Jesus walks a lot, echoes in the dark. Gunny chief sharp, leaves the gamers mark. Mayo drip smooth, the controller spark. Horrible gamers, we ignite the art. Pixel dreams stitched into the code. Lagging through the chaos every episode. Loading up the laughter, stories unfold. Joystick kings, legends never grow. Press start, no pause, this is the crew. Jesus, Gunny, Mayo coming through. Horrible gamers, where the gamers groove. Plug in, tune out, let's make a move.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 511, being recorded on February 16, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks Vlog. Today I'm joined by my co-host from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief. Heavenly Merrill is back. Welcome back. Gunny, welcome.
What's up, guys? Good to be back. Been playing a lot of games this past couple weeks. I'm excited.
Good. All right. And from Little Ohio, the Mayo is back. Welcome, Will. You're welcome.
Yeah, hey, how's it going, Jesus?
It's going. It's been a while.
It has.
It's been a while since I spoke to both of you.
It's been a minute. We've all been super busy with work and stuff.
Sucks. But we're back. We're here to talk about video games, what we've been playing, what we've been doing. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook. You can leave us a review on wherever you listen to us on. And Spotify is another place for you to review us. It's probably the newest platform we're on. Out of all the platforms, it's probably the newest one. So I would suggest that you go there and leave us a review. You can also leave comments on the show on Spotify, and we can read them and we can see them. We can even respond to them. But yeah, wherever you're at, rate us and review us and share us with your friends and family. And yeah, anyways, we're talking about what we've been playing. And Gunny, I need you to take it away because I'll be back. But you take it away, Gunny. Take it away.
All right. I'm excited, guys. Been playing, well, not lots of games, but a lot of certain other games. But I'll start off with, Mayo, you remember that game, Mind's Eye? Yes. That was from Leslie Benzing, or however you pronounce his name, like formerly from GTA. So yes. Yeah, there's like a demo out there. I think I played it on PC. And so it's really just a single player action game. I don't recommend it. I don't know. I'd say definitely demo, but it's
Didn't this game get like really bad reviews, right?
Yeah. I know they had like high ambitions for it of like, I don't know if it was supposed to be co-op, or some people were thinking it was going to be almost like a GTA or whatever, like maybe not on that scale of things, but since it was Leslie making this, who's developing this game, but yeah, from that Build a Rocket Boy. But yeah, it's a pretty short demo. It's only like 10 minutes. You're just probably even just playing like the prologue to the game itself. So yeah, it's a lot of, I would say that, like, once you get like in the car or whatever, I mean, the shooting's okay, but once you get in a vehicle and you're doing like a chase or whatever, it's not the funnest thing to do. But I gotta say, the driving is pretty solid. Like, I didn't feel like the controls were clunky or anything like that. But yeah, like the chase was a little too long, like chasing this other vehicle.
Is it one of those chases where you have to meet like a certain criteria, like you gotta do so much damage to the car, or is it just like a pre-done, like point A to point B kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much A to B, keep up with the car or something. I didn't feel like I was falling behind, or matter of fact, I felt like the car I was chasing was like a little slow, so I had to keep slowing down. And it was just like whoever was shooting at me was just tearing all the pieces off the car. Like I feel like I had to pace myself a little better, before my car blew up. But yeah, so once you do that or whatever, I think you fight a few enemies or what have you. And there was like another short cut scene where, well, let me just back up. Like, so you're playing this guy named Jacob Diaz. You're a former soldier working for whoever the fuck you're working for, right? Like, it kind of shows it like in the beginning of the demo of like, you're back in it again or something, So, but yeah, you've got this thing in like this implant in your neck or whatever. I don't know what it means, but they certainly point it out, and you can obviously see it. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, this is just the deal stuff. Sure, the reviews and stuff are out there. You can dig more into that. But yeah, once that ends or whatever, I think you rescue this girl or whatever. Like she just happens to be in a crack house or something, and you bring her back to the office, and then boom, that's the end of the demo. But they had other things in there, like it kind of reminded me of like, I don't know, some kind of like Xbox 360 game, I used to play, but where, oh, you can do these challenges or whatever, like escort the truck. Yeah, kill all the bad guys, like it was like, I don't know, it just felt like it more of an arcade mode in a sense, right? Like, so yeah, they had drone racing, car races with checkpoints, and yeah, like not the funnest, but I tried a few of them. Yeah, I would not. The game's $60. I'm not gonna pay. Yeah, I don't know. I'd
Yeah.
probably just go through the campaign if it was $30. Like once it's on sale, I'll probably buy it at 30, and yeah, just go through the story and finish that. Like, don't even bother with the challenges. So it's probably tied into more trophies and achievements, than anything. So, but yeah, not recommended at $60.
Yeah, I
matter of fact,
remember having it looked really cool, like, when it first came out, and then, like, I almost bought it, and I seen the reviews for some reason. I'm like, "I'm gonna hold off on this game," and then it just continued to get worse and worse with that game, and they were like, "Worst game of the year," kinda thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
glad I
even
stayed
I
away."
didn't even check the Metacritic or anything like that. But yeah, definitely hearing it in other podcasts, YouTube videos and stuff, like, yeah. And then I think to make matters worse or whatever, I think, was it him and his boss or whatever, like, that were in Epstein files or something, like, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, like
Oh,
this
wow.
guy's
Yeah, I didn't
done
hear
now,"
that.
Like officially this game's got to be, yeah, like blacklisted or something, I don't know. So, yeah. Yeah, but there's that. There's Mind's Eye. Moving on to old Path of Exile 2. You just helped me with that, Mayo. I'm still I would say I'm still mostly, I get hooked on that game and I'll just play it for hours. So
Mhm.
yeah, continue on with my Ranger Deadeye build. And yeah, it's going okay. I just, when I run into some of those bosses, man, I can't seem to get past them no matter what I do. And I think I've officially kind of run out of money, man. I think I've been I don't know. I feel like I didn't respec a whole lot, but definitely if you don't get that opportunity to do it, not that I would ever do a full respec on everything. I feel like I've got the good build with with freeze and lightning damage and stuff. So yeah, like I feel like I've only done a few things, like where I pick it away some dexterity and put it into strength, because it seems like a lot of bows or armor that I want to get, requires a lot of strength. So but yeah, the money goes fast, man, especially since I've been really just disenchanting a lot of items, for more orbs or what have you. So, but I've stopped that now. So then I feel like I've already got whatever it is, the most common orb or whatever. I've got like fucking 60 of those things. And oh, also your friend Chad, he joined me and gave me a bunch of, I don't know, I think they're orbs of transmutation or a different one that kind of whatever it does, it changes the number or something, right? Like it was
Mhm.
different random numbers. So it wasn't like this guaranteed like increase in, better stuff or whatever. So it's kind of
Yeah,
a
like, they,
gamble,
like,
right?
reroll certain stats on your gear, if I remember right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So I still
just
have like,
random.
yeah, I think I've still got like 40 of those. So I'm still like, okay, when do I use these? Like I've had good luck, at least like 15 of them, for the most part. So, and then I think I even took some and traded those for something else that helped me along the way as well. So that was another good tool to go to the currency exchange. And yeah, that helped out pretty good. So, but yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna get to the end game on this. So, so next boss, man, I'll be hollering at you. So you and Chad, man, help you out. So, I found that, like, since I've kind of gotten a little bit more into back into Facebook because there's a lot of groups for everything gaming, of course, and it's still like I feel like it's pretty active. But I've noticed there are no groups out there that I found that were like help co-op groups or whatever for Path of Exile 2. It's always has to do with like like currency exchanging items or what have you. So yeah, I'm like I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that
reached in,
makes
selling items, right? Buying items, or where it seems to be most of those groups. So yeah, I only found like one guy who was willing to help, but never did. So I'm like, whatever. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of pointless. Where I had better luck, Mayo, when somebody's in your own instance, and there's always at least two people, right? And they kind of come and go in your instance once you're in your, your whatever you call it, right, back at your home base or what have you. Where I've just quickly done a whisper, "Hey, help me out," So no voice, just some chat or whatever. Sure, no problem, And I always notice that where I'm level 57 or 66, I already know they've beaten that boss, So yeah, I've found good luck with that one as well. So but yeah, continuing on with Passive Exile with my lightning build and fucking cold damage, man. It's been good. So and another thing to point out, man, with that evade, where he kind of does that backflip, your character.
Yeah, you have like a
So
backflip and then like that shoot to the ground, right?
yeah,
It's like a
shoots the
freeze.
ice to the ground, and then and then I think about 3 seconds later, then that explodes or whatever. So it's kind of a double damage. You can get it to where you know where that is going to be, and you might do 2 or 3 backflips. So eventually they're going to walk across it and do a lot of damage. So which it doesn't seem to do any damage to a boss, by the way. So no matter what boss it's been, mini boss, it doesn't matter, man. Yeah, that seems to have no effect on them at all. Period. So, so I'm thinking about more where you got to have at least 2 elements, right? At least I feel that way. Where it's like, oh, you've come to the ball, they're resistant to cold damage or whatever. So I've always used it on hand, which is like my middle mouse button. So I always make sure that one is at the highest level I can possibly get it. Where and I've got good charts as well. So yeah, like I do use that all the time. So mostly cold, and some of it being
I
the
never
poison damage.
I never worry about myself. I just brute strength it over it. Even if they get cold resistance and I'm using cold, usually the damage I can do is high enough that they're still gonna take a lot of damage, so you can
Yeah.
still like power your way through.
Well, okay, so I should also mention, like I was talking to you before off camera, is that where I've got 3 active spirits going. So one of them is some kind of supporter. Well, there's the Herald. So I've got Herald of Lightning, and then I've got 2 other ones as well. I can't think of a hand right now. So yeah. So no matter what I'm doing, right, whether it's doing cold damage or I'm switching to using my poison, there's always constantly lightning, associated with it. Yeah, so it's kind of a dual element damage on these enemies. So it's cool. I like it. I like seeing it. So just fucking them up with all kinds of
Yeah,
shit. So
I still love the elemental effect in the game, like the lightning flying around and the freeze effects and like
yeah,
the snow and the fire that's in the game, and like it's all a cool effect.
yeah.
I like how they
Especially
incorporate some of that.
I really like it when you're free. You'll get that sound effect. Boom. Like oh no, I frozen.
Right.
Shit, they're frozen. Keep doing damage. So yeah. So and I've got other things. Oh, my other one, Mayo, I think is when I press R on the keyboard or whatever, where it does like more focused cold damage. I'm trying to use that more often, right? So that'll focus it on one enemy. So I try to use that on a boss or mini boss or any
Mhm.
larger enemies as well. So a little harder because I end up hitting the E button and doing a backflip. So I got to remember to press R on that. So yeah, so just learning more of that build that I got from let's see, it's called Max Roll, which is what I use. I know you've probably looked at that website as well. So yeah, just for
Yeah.
different
Yeah,
builds
it's a
and
helpful
stuff.
site.
So yeah, that's been my journey in Path of Exile 2 over the last several weeks. And a new game that I picked up here a couple weeks ago. It's called No Rest for the Wicked. And so I kind of knew when I bought this, I was like, man, it kind of looks like Ori. Of course, it's got that same art style to it. And, of course, sure enough, it's made by Moon Studios. So the people that made Ori and the Black Forest and Will of the Wisps. So yeah, so this one is I think it's only on PC for now because it's still in that early access phase. And I don't know if you want to say it's more isometrical view of things. Yeah, I would say more isometrical, but it's kind of got that one camera angle, man, where it's just like, if you'd have to see it for yourself, like where, you get behind a castle or a mountain or whatever. It's like, it's not exactly like Path of Exile or Diablo
Yeah,
style.
yeah. I remember watching you stream this last week. We were together. You were streaming it. And I was watching you play some of it. I mean, it has that kind of
Yeah.
like isometric, like 3/4 view angle.
Yeah, and there's no rotation. How about that? That's probably the best way to
Right.
describe it, right? You can't rotate left or right. You get that one camera angle. I'm sure somebody's probably made a mod or something. But I think it's the design of the game to where, for example, so where you can't like, oh, I can see there's a chest up there already. You just have to go and discover it. So you can kind of see things where it's like, oh, how do I get up there to get to this chest or whatever. Like you got to find a way, whether it's a ladder or climbing vines or, stairs or however, you'll figure it out. Like, and there are some places where I can't go or whatever. Maybe I'm not strong enough or because there's no jump button that I know of. I mean, other than you're just jumping from platform to platform, but yeah, and it is a Souls like, so but so far I feel like maybe I just need to go and grind. And I've been watching other streamers and doing a little bit of research where it's like, okay, once you get to this place called Sacrament, which isn't far, and it doesn't take like it's not that difficult to get there. So I feel like whatever little bosses or whatever are easy enough to kill or whatever to get to it. So that's where you kind of like that's where your bastion is, like, or the castle. So that's where you can do all your armor and upgrades, and you can buy like a little shack or whatever and call it your own if you need to. So, which I've already done. So now I'm down in the slums, Mayo, down by the nasty creek or whatever. Um,
Mhm.
so I bought a little shanty for like 18 silver. So, and in there you can. I think I bought 2 chests. And man, they're pricey though. Things are expensive in this game. So I bought that. I bought what else did I buy? Something to go ahead and smelt down iron ingots and stuff like that. And so, and of course, whatever if it's the iron or steel, that's what you're going to use to upgrade your armor if you choose to do so. So, and there's a lot of just shit that you pick up along the way, when you're fighting enemies. So a lot of stuff, a lot of items. I really don't know. Like I've just been taking like some of that armor pieces and and clothing and gloves and stuff. Like, okay, this is kind of trash. I'm gonna sell it. So you can't smelt those things down. You just have to. I assume I'm just selling it back to like the different vendors or what have you. So, and so I've definitely run into some places where it'll show, for example, it'll show like that red skull above, and I'm like, okay, it's just saying that they're way above, what I can kill. But
Your
I've killed
level,
some
right?
before. Yeah. Yeah. It won't even, I don't even know if it shows a level on it won't show anything, right? And you'll kind of know, like you can look at the map and without even
Who
using
used
it.
to be good for that?
Okay.
Wasn't it like Assassin's Creed had that? Didn't they
Yeah.
have that
There you
feature where you
go.
had those
That's a good
special people
example.
that would come at you and they're a higher level than you were, and they would like encourage you not to fight them, and you could kill them, but
Yeah.
it
You
maybe
could.
if you had more than one, maybe it'd be difficult. So
Yeah, I feel
definitely
like it
remember
hasn't
that.
it hasn't discouraged me from like okay, I'm gonna go to the north or whatever. I already know like these enemies are fucking tough as hell, but I'm still like trying to get into these chests, which they're not locked. You just have to get into them, grab the items. Once they're in your inventory, they're in there. Like they can't be taken away. So, but yeah. Oh, let me back up. Like, so there's like the physics of this game. So I'm playing as like this warrior, right? I'm trying to do, a one-handed, sword or axe or whatever with a shield. Because I feel like with whatever armor I'm using, or if I use some kind of sword that's twice the size of me, it takes a while to, to swing all around and fucking hit an enemy, and and I'm taking a lot of damage, and there's only so much, way to heal yourself up, which is that's another thing, right? Where, for example, you have to get these recipes, and you kind of get some basic recipes for like, these whatever fucking, I don't know, like a mushroom soup or whatever is like the first one you get. And it's like, okay, that heals you up halfway, so you're
It's
kind of
always
burning
mushroom
through
soup.
those.
It's always the
Yeah.
first level up. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you learn how to cook mushroom soup. It is.
It is that's the first. I want to say that's the first one, and then so there's mushrooms everywhere, and then you got to have a second. Yeah, I've bought in a few, but mostly you kind of know once I've been playing this game now for like probably 7 hours. Like, oh, okay, I already know there's a farm over there, in the castle or whatever. I can grab from there. I can grab them along the way. Yeah, so I've been taking those, and there are different little fire pits that you can find. You kind of know where they're at or whatever, but obviously you're going to do it before you leave the castle, I'd say. So yeah, a
Mhm.
lot to this game, a lot to explore. Oh, there is a co-op to this game. I have no idea how to do it. I would think, because I can't do it with the current character, it just says, hey, this is a private what do they call it, like not a server, but it's like your instance or whatever. So I would think you have to create a character, right? And then make it open and invite Steam friends is the way it works. Or yeah, maybe I'll join like a group or something on Facebook or whatever. I feel like that's the fastest way to do it. Or yeah, maybe even Reddit. So yeah, or Discord or whatever. So yeah, I'll probably learn a ton of stuff, with other people to play with. So it is up to 4 different people. So yeah, I could probably join somebody who's like fucking level 50, where I think I'm only
Right.
like level 6 or 7 or something like that. So yeah, so far I really enjoy it. Like, yeah, it just reminds me of like, who was it who was watching? I don't know if it was Brink or somebody was mentioning like, hey, it kind of looks like some old school dungeon crawler game, from early PC. That's how it feels, like it definitely gives out that vibe, and with the art style, and yeah, playing it on this OLED monitor, man, it looks beautiful. Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
see
it
if
does.
there's.
Well, I mean, it has that Ori and the Blind Forest kind of like art design too, right? Like you can tell they took some time to
Yeah,
make this
yeah,
game look really good, like environment wise.
yeah. So if you if you like that game, which another game I need to get back into, that it's called The First Berserker Kazan, which I know it's on Steam. I don't know about other platforms, but and I don't know if The First Berserker has co-op, but yeah, kind of in that same vein of gameplay. So definitely recommend it. It was only like $20 or $22 on Steam. So yeah, so check out No Rest for the Wicked. Only on PC as far as I know. What else? Oh, last couple days I made sure I fired up my PS5, kind of got back into Death Stranding 2. And so if you remember the last time Jesus was talking about this game, so I must not be far behind, because right when I fired it up, I was at the point where not the entire map, but it's like basically they're talking about like, oh, you just have to, activate this last place or whatever to complete the whole network, to unlock, all of Australia or whatever. I still feel like I've got one more, or they intentionally, leave one out or whatever. So, and I'm sure there's probably more places to go in this game, but and it never touched Mexico, right? So I've just been in Australia this whole time, which is where I feel like 90% of the story is taking place. And so yeah, I went back and killed that guy Neil Vana. I want to say it's for like the third. Hopefully, it's the final time of the game. So, yeah, because at least that's what Doll Band said. Like, oh, we won't be seeing him much anymore. Like, my God, I feel like it's the third time I've fought in this freaking guy. So, and of course, that goes into a whole long cutscene. And it'll say like whatever the chapter, and then it's another long, super long cutscene. But yeah, like I guess Jesus kind of already spoiled it, but it just talks about, who Neil Vanna is or was to you, and how he cheated on your wife or girlfriend or whoever that lady was. So, and how tomorrow, who's on the ship, that is your daughter, like shocking alert, but I kind of already knew that from research I did like from 6 months ago. So yeah, I'm kind of right now. I'm at the point now where Higgs, the bad guy, that would be good old Troy Baker. What an amazing performance by him. So he's taken tomorrow, and like I don't know, she's like wrapped up in this cocoon, because they came on board. He came on board the ship and fucking stole her, and so they're at some beach somewhere. He said, "We're going to beach. We'll meet at the beach," like. So now you have to figure out what beach to go to, because that's kind of the story, right? Where he wants to activate the last stranding. So you're there to obviously stop him from activating the last stranding. Because why, Mayo? Because that's the end. That's the end of humanity. If he activates that thing, like there won't be no humans left. And there's some stuff in that cutscene, that explain a lot of that stuff and talk about. It's still a lot of mystery shit, right? Where you've got the guy who's in charge of all the fucking whatever organization that you belong to or whatever, where you just keep going like, well, so what? Like no humans left, or we're just gonna be like just souls floating around, and of course that guy's just like, no, on the contrary, no, you seem like you have everything wrong or something, like you're an idiot or something. So I feel like that was kind of fucking pointless, to go through that whole thing. But yeah. But so far, yeah, solid fucking game. And yeah, I can't wait to, I'm really just trying to mainline this. I'm not trying to hook up any networks or do a lot of, what would you call it, more traveling or hooking up more fast travel points or whatever. So yeah, but I feel like Jesus probably had a better time with it, because now that I'm back in Mexico, and I'm sure I'll go back to Australia again at some point, but where I feel like I got like, hey, I'm going to bring my coffin rider, you can ride on this coffin. Like, nope, you don't have enough networks, in this area or whatever. So it's kind of, I've been hoofing it, Mayo, on foot. I've been wearing out my hiking boots and just like a lot of running, So
you ran all the way back. I drove my car all the way back, dude. I drove my.
That sounds like
big
the
ass
smart
car all the
choice.
way back.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's
fuck
like
this.
walking up.
I literally drove the car all the way back. I was like, I'm gonna figure it. Like, I drove it over rocks, to the mountains, to the canyon, sideways on the mountain. I drove my car all the way across the map.
I drove halfway, and then I think
drove all the way. I drove all the way to Mexico. I drove through the gate,
damn.
and then I drove out the other side of the gate. Then I drove to Dead Man's Lab in Mexico, and then I kind of stopped there for a minute, and I was like, "Holy shit, I got a lot of resources here." So I made more weapons, which I had like 1,000 guns in my car, and then I put them all in my trunk, and then I kept driving still, and then I got to the big squid, which you end up fighting the big squid when you get to like
It's like a big crab, isn't it?
whatever, squid, crab, whatever. It's like a kraken looking thing. You get to Mexico,
Yeah.
like the big city, and then you'll end up fighting. You go back to your house. And
Yeah,
you end up
that's
fighting.
where. Well, I'm not quite there yet. I'm like
That's like the
that's
end of the
literally the
game.
next thing I have to do. Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
that's the
you
that's
get
the
to
only
the
thing I got to do.
house.
Yep.
You get to the house, and then the cutscene starts, where you end up finding how to get to the beach, and then the Magellan shows up, and everyone else shows up, and they're like, "Hey, we got here," and you're like, "Oh, hey," and they're like, "Okay, we got to go to the beach," and then you get in the Magellan, and then you guys end up going to find the crazy fucker. What's his name? What's the bad guy's name in the game?
I always say Troy Baker.
It's
What's
not
his
Troy
name?
Baker. He has a
I know,
fucking
but
name in the game.
I know. I always forget his
Uh,
actual character name.
I forget
Higgs.
his name. Higgs, yeah.
Higgs.
Yeah, you end up going to find Higgs and tomorrow, and then you end up in this crazy ass like beach world or whatever, and it's like all fucking crazy looking, and a lot of cool shit happens in that whole in the end, a lot of things come at you really fast. There's like giant BTs. There's probably like 12 of them. Like I'm talking like giant BTs, like BTs, like the largest BTs you've ever seen. There's probably like 12 of them, and there's a lot of the giant crab ones. Then there's a guitar. You have your guitar, the guitar you stole from Higgs. You have
Yeah.
that.
I tried using that on that crab thing. It didn't quite work out.
That's like
So I
the
feel
only
like
weapon.
smaller enemies, it was fine.
That's like the only weapon you have in the end. And so then you end up using the guitar. Then you fight the samurai dude. Then you keep running down the beach, fight more crabs that spawn. And then you fight Higgs at the end. And then you fight him again. And then another cutscene starts. And then you fight him again. And then another cutscene starts. And then you fight him again. You fight him like 3 times. And then the game kind of
Oh.
ends.
Nice. I can't
It's
wait. I
just
can't
fine,
wait.
Then you
yeah.
get like then you get like a post like a you get the credits and then you get like a post credit kind of like little gameplay sequence thing, which to me was weird because I was like, because at the end of the game it goes all the way, like it kind of feels like you're restarting the game, like it literally does. Like, you know how in the beginning of the game it opens up with Sam on top of the mountain and he's holding the baby or whatever, and he's on top of the mountain and he's like, all right, let's go home. And then you start walking down the mountain and the music starts and then you go to your house or whatever. And then that chick shows up. What's her name? The chick with the perfect smile. What's her name?
Oh, yeah. Gosh. I forgot.
Fuck, what's her name? Fragile shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fragile. Yeah, she shows up. But yeah, in the end of the game, it kind of there's a cutscene like that where you're sitting there and you're sitting on top of the mountain, and I don't know if I think you're by yourself, and then you get up and you're like, all right, time to go home, and then you start walking down the mountain again like you're going home, and then the music starts again, and you're like, what the fuck am I? You're like, am I restarting the game? What the fuck's going on right now? But he doesn't have the baby with him anymore. It's just himself because the baby doesn't exist anymore because the
Right.
baby's dead. The baby's been dead, Gunny.
Higgs killed him. Killed him? Her? Him.
Her.
Yeah.
It was a girl, I guess. Well, it's
Fucking
tomorrow,
Higgs.
dude. Tomorrow is the baby. Do you not get the fucking point of the story, Gunny?
I get okay.
All right,
I
listen.
kind of get it.
So
I
the
kind of
baby
get it.
Nobody
is
else probably does either,
tomorrow.
Gunny. Don't worry.
The
Okay,
baby
like
died. The baby goes to the underworld where the death people are on the beach.
oh right, and that's where she came from, right? And that's
And
where
that's where
tomorrow
she
came
grew
from.
up. That's where she grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so she's there, and then so when you go to Mexico in the death world, and you go to the
Yeah, that's
death
where you
side of
find
Mexico,
her. Yeah,
that's
that's
where
right.
you find her, right? Because
Yeah.
that's where she was. That's when Higgs killed when Higgs tried to kill her.
Yeah.
What's her name? Fragile did a jump, right? She did the jump where she
Oh,
knew she was gonna
right.
jump,
Yeah.
but
That's
she
right. Yeah.
jumped.
I forgot she could do that.
She jumped. Yeah, she jumped to the death side of Mexico because she was dying. Instead of being able to jump to like another part of the world to get out of there, because she was dying, she ended up jumping into the Death Stranding. So she's the baby lived. The baby was alive. So Lou was alive, but then she left her in the death world, and then she jumped. She came back to like the real world, but Fragile knew she was dying in the real world because she was really already dead in the death world. You know what I mean? It's kind of really confusing. I know it's really confusing.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah,
But
and that was a
the
super.
BB
Yeah.
but BB died. Lou died in the real world, but she didn't die in the death world. So when you went to the death world, she had grown up in the death world. That's how she knew all these powers and shit because she grew up there and like I don't know, somehow adapted the powers. I don't fucking know. And then you grabbed her and then you brought her back to the real world.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you got her out of there. But she's your daughter, but she grew up because in the death world, time goes by a lot faster than it does in the real world or whatever.
I would
like,
think, right? Because it kind of, yeah.
time in the death
Yeah.
world goes like so fast compared to the real world. That's why
You know what,
she's
I
already like
never-
an adult.
So I never understood, maybe because I didn't play Death Stranding 1, but like how Neil Vanna got to the death world or whatever. And I assume he kept attacking Sam like over and over again because he was fucking his girlfriend or wife, whatever. Right? He was cheating on her.
It never explains why, but the lady is Sam's wife. That's Sam's
His wife, right? And then remember he even said like that motherfucker, she fucking cheated on me or whatever, you know? God
Yeah,
damn it,
well,
with Neil motherfucker.
Yeah, Sam finds out his wife was having an affair with this Neil guy, and the Neil guy, he died trying to escape with Sam's wife, because Neil was like a porter. He was a porter that would like travel to Mexico and back to the U.S. and Mexico and back. So in the story, you find out is that Sam, because Sam is a repatriate, right, where he can never die, right? He has that ability where he never
What's it
dies,
called? The
right?
something disease that they have, right? Yeah.
The dooms. He has the
Dooms,
dooms, and
yeah.
he can repatriate. That's his ability, where he can never die. So when the company or the government, which is the government that I think it's APAC or whoever that
Yeah,
the wife
APAC. That's it.
the wife works for them, right? So she knew because she's a scientist or like a therapist there or whatever, that when she was pregnant and that she was pregnant with Sam's baby, that the government was going to take her baby away because they were trying to do this experiment with the Death Stranding, but they wanted to do it with the Dooms baby, like a baby that was conceived from a person that had the Dooms, which was Sam. So her baby, Sam's baby, Lou or Tomorrow, was going to be the first BB ever put in a pod to try to control the Death Stranding or whatever, to be able to do the chiral connections and shit. So she lied and told Neil Vanna. Well, she didn't really lie to him. She told Neil Vanna, "Hey, look, I have this baby. I'm pregnant, but I need you to get me out of the country because they're gonna take my baby from when she's born." So Nirvana, because he loves her, because he loves the lady, right? He tells her, "Okay, I'll take her out of the country. I'll take you out of the country with me." So they do this big plan to escape, right? Like he's like, "Okay, meet me at this time. I'll show up and I'll come in and we'll walk out and I'll take you and then we'll get in the car and leave and then we'll go to Mexico and we'll hide you to keep this baby from being taken from the government." Well, what happens is when they're trying to escape, in the first game, you see the shootout. There's like a big shootout happening where Neil Vanna is being chased by the fucking government dudes, and Sam's wife is being chased by them. And Neil Vanna's kind of running through the whole hospital shooting people and shit and like trying to protect her.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
in this
Yep.
game, the same cutscene kind of happens, but a little bit more explained, where it shows them trying to walk out, and Neil Vanna's key card gets denied. Like scan out, and the guard is like, "No, you can't leave." And she's like, "I need you to scan it again." And she gives him her card. So the guard scans it and it lets her through. And he's like, "All right, go through." And then they go through the checkpoint. But then the guy who's running the facility finds out, hey, she's trying to leave. So they end up trying to chase her down. And that's when Neil Vanna like goes on he pulls out his gun and starts shooting all the guards. And they start chasing them both. And then she gets shot in the room, or like, yeah, she gets shot. So that Nirvana's in this room with her and he's trying to protect her. And then he gets shot protecting her. Like he's trying to protect her and he gets shot and he dies trying to protect her. So she died too, but before she died, they took the baby out of her and put the BB in a pod, which made it the first BB to ever be put in a pod, which was the BB that Sam had, which was Lou. Because if you remember the first game, that's what Sam got. He got the first BB in a pod, and he was able to connect the Death Stranding. But Sam didn't know that that was his actual kid, like his own kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in this game, he finds out like, oh, the whole time, Lou is actually my kid. Like I thought it was just some baby that I was raising, but it's actually my kid that I'm raising. And then Higgs showed up and tried to kill her or whatever, and take her or whatever, and killed her to create this Death Stranding because of whatever reason. So then you find out that Neil Vanna, the whole time he was chasing you around, trying to like shoot you and shit, he was really trying to just protect Tomorrow because he thought that by taking Tomorrow to the death world, that Higgs couldn't find her there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he thought by killing you, he can take her, and Higgs wouldn't he wouldn't find Tomorrow, which was the baby that he needed to create the Death Stranding. So in reality, Neil Vanna was a good guy, but he really wasn't towards you because he was always trying to kill you. But he wasn't really trying to just kill you. He was trying to really protect the baby from being taken by Higgs, because when he was alive, he promised the lady, "I will always protect this kid." You know what I mean? Like he loved the lady or whatever, Sam's wife, because he was having an affair with her.
Yeah.
He loved her, and he told her like, "I will always protect this kid like it's mine." And then that's kind of how that all happened. But even though it wasn't his kid, it was just like I don't know, like the other guy's kid, like Sam's kid, but he loved this lady and he was gonna run away to Mexico with her and live happily ever after or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what their whole plan was, but
Yeah,
that was
because
their initial plan.
right, because like even in the cutscene from Death Stranding 2, and she's like, "Oh, this was a mistake or whatever. We shouldn't be doing this," and I'm having cold
Yeah,
feet about the whole thing, and yeah,
yeah, yeah.
like you
Yeah.
need to go, and
So
Sam's my husband, and
she was gonna break it off until she found out she was pregnant, and she found out what they were trying to do with the BB program. But if she would have never found out about the BB program, she would have never known, and she would have just, I think she would have just left them and lived with Sam. But then her baby would have got taken away by the government and put into a pod. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's what she didn't want initially. She just didn't want the baby to go in a pod. So she asked Neil Vanna, because she knew this guy was a porter. So she asked Neil, "Hey, can you get me out of the country? Like, I need to leave this country right now. Like, we need to go right now. Like, I'm fucking leaving. I'm
get the
leaving with
passports.
you."
Let's go.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm leaving with or without you. So we're fucking leaving. Like, I'm not gonna wait around or whatever. You know what I mean?" And he's like, "All right, I know some routes that we can take to get into Mexico. Come with me and I'll take you." And she was like, "Okay." And then they all died. So Sam, all he knew was that his wife was dead, his kid was dead, and that's all he ever knew, right? So Sam became a porter, and not knowingly, the pod that he got in the first game was actually his kid all along, but he didn't know this. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting, right? And I mean, so much more to the story, right? I mean, there's so much more, but with his mother being the president, and yeah, and so much. So yeah, I'll conclude this probably tomorrow. Jesus, I should be able to finish this up. So
It's it's a crazy story, dude.
How many how
yeah,
many hours do you have in it now, Gunny?
I don't know. I didn't even check. I could probably yeah.
Jesus, do you know?
I'm gonna say
uh,
40 for me.
I think I ended up around like maybe under 50, maybe over 50, maybe 60. I don't know, around there for
You probably have
the total.
60, right? If I've got 40 and I haven't done a lot of roads or what have you.
But in the beginning, I was doing like all everything, dude. I was building all kinds of shit, and then I just got to a point where I was like, you know what? I gotta just finish this game. I'm never gonna finish this. I'm just gonna have to finish it eventually. Like, yeah. So that's what I did. But yeah, it's a
But
cool game, dude. Like you find out a lot about other characters, Rainy, Hartman, all these characters. You find out like a lot of cool shit about them at the end. They all have like cool abilities. Like of course
and
Rainy can.
Dead Man's back. Dead Man's back. He's the fucking whatever. The fucking
He's the heart. He's the heart of Hartman.
yeah. Cool
So
shit, man.
so he donated his heart to Hartman. So Hartman walks around with like this, because Hartman, his thing is that he like his heart stops every so often, so he
Every
dies for
every
like a minute.
21 minutes to be
Yeah,
exact.
yeah. Every 21 minutes he dies for like a minute or two or some shit. So then like he carries around like this fucking suitcase with the heart in it that it's like a defibrillator or whatever. Like it restarts his heart and it keeps
It's like a
going.
little air
So
conditioner. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
it's like
Like
a defibrillator type thing. And then so he has a bad heart, so he attaches a heart to that suitcase, and its heart it's Die Hardman. No, it's is what's his name? Fuck is this? It's not Die Hardman. It's Dead Man. This is Dead Man.
yeah,
What the
I
fuck's
want to
his
say Dead
name?
Man.
Is
I
it Dead Man?
yeah. I thought it was Dead Man.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone, because Die
But okay,
Hardman is the
but
president. Die Hardman is the black president.
yeah. Oh,
That's
that's
Die
right. You're right.
Hardman.
Forgot about Die
Dead
Hard Man.
Dead Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Dead Man is the so Dead Man. he's the fucking he's the fucking guys. He dies in the game in Death Stranding 2. He dies, and then he donated his heart to Hartman. So when Hartman passes out from his fucking thing, Die Hardman, Diamond, Dead Man's heart becomes it's like a backup. So he's able to like do the Death Stranding beach shit. He's able to take over the dude's body and be in his body for like 3 minutes every 21 minutes or whatever. It's
It's
fucking
kind of funny,
weird.
right? Where
Yeah,
you'll hear the defibrillator come back, and then he's just immediately back on the computer again. Like, okay, all
yeah,
right, here we go. Like, yeah,
yeah. It's
pardon
so
the
fucking.
interruption, but I
It's
remember what I was
weird
doing
like
the last.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, Die Hardman is the president guy. He's the black president dude. And then there's
yeah. He
Tarman, which
brings a
is
ray
like
of sunshine into fucking APAC or whatever the company is. It's like, we're gonna fuck everybody up, and Die Hardman's like, yeah, not gonna happen. Not
yeah, Die
happen. We installed
Hardman.
some malware into that software, and yeah, you're not
Yeah,
taking over nothing. Told that guy.
yeah. He's the
We
so yeah,
control it. We control the whole system.
yeah. So Tarman's the captain. There's Rainy, the chick who controls the rain. There's Tomorrow, who's Lou. There's or Lewis is her name because you don't call her Lou when you call her Louise or Louis or whatever when she's older. And then yeah, so there's Tarman, that dude, Hartman, Deadman, Die Hardman,
And
Fragile.
Sam.
And the guy said, like, he has like the most normal name out of all of them. Fucking Sam. Like
I always got to
everyone
keep in
else has
mind,
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and always keep in
everyone
mind
else.
when anybody starts this game that Kojima, like Sam, is the silent protagonist, right? So he's not saying a whole lot. He never says a whole lot. More
But
questions
he
than
does
anything.
talk. He does talk though.
Yeah, but not. There's
In the
no long
cutscenes, he
dialogue or
talks.
whatever. Yeah, it's
In the
more like he's
cutscenes,
just there
he
to
does
listen
have
and
dialogue.
and just do what the fuck he's told, right? Like where especially Tarman's always just like, all right, you got to go do this thing and and take care of this and take care of that and get right on it because the tar fucking levels are fucking rising and we're gonna all fucking die, Sam. So pronto on that, and there you go. You
And
just
then
go to work,
then
man.
there's
You're the only
Dawman,
one
the
leaving the ship,
puppet.
man. Oh yeah, and Doll
Yeah.
Man, of course, yeah.
So, but yeah, and then you find out the whole time, Gunny, you've been using this pod in the whole game. It's been empty. There's nothing in it. It's just your imagination.
Not the whole time, but how? Well, most of the game, right? Where
The whole
I kind of had a
game.
feeling where I was like, nah, it wasn't the whole
The whole
game. It
game
was,
ever since Lou died, the pod's been
okay,
empty. Like the pod has just been empty.
but you don't. Well, okay. Halfway through the game is when
The whole game. She dies
when
in the fucking
Fragile comes
beginning.
to you. Well,
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't
when
know.
Fragile finally tells you the truth is when he realizes, like, oh fuck, I don't need this stupid fucking pod because it's not doing anything like at all. I guess I thought it was doing something, but
Hey,
it's
I
doing
wanted to cry a
nothing.
real tear, man, when I found out well, because I had suspicions, of course, right? And but of course, when Fragile finally says, "All right, it's time to face reality, Sam," and Lou's dead, and blah blah blah, you know what I mean? And like, but okay, but keep in mind, like the spoilers or whatever, like you keep looking in, you can still see Lou in the pod or whatever, right? Like, well, and then eventually you don't, and that's really when it kind of hits me emotionally, where I'm like, all right, Lou's really gone, like there's no need to have this pod with me. So
Yeah, because
yeah, it's very gradual.
during the whole time you have the pod with you. Lou is in there. You can hear the baby crying and shit. And then after that cutscene where she tells you the truth of like, hey, look, like I'm dying, and the truth is Lou is dead because I took her to the like she ain't coming. She ain't coming
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I try to. He tells you like she tells you like I tried to jump with her and it didn't work, so she died and I
But
died, but I came
yeah,
back.
and Sam is in denial, right? He's like, no, fuck you, Fragile. Lou's
Yeah,
still with me, I still see her. But anyway,
it's a
great story.
weird fucking game. You kind of just have to roll with it. Like you're just like I don't even know what's happening. Just
Mhm.
kind of have to just play it and be like, it's
Go.
cool, it's whatever. Like weird shit's happening. That's all I know. I'm fighting the BTs. That's all you got to think
Yeah.
of. You're fighting BTs. You can't get too caught up in the story because then it gets too convoluted. It gets too much shit's going on. Like all this shit's going on. You're like, I don't understand it. I don't understand this shit.
Yeah,
you kind of
and
just
one other
let
thing
it
to
go.
point out, Jesus. One other thing to point out is when I don't know how I feel about this, but okay, you know that part where you go to that base or whatever, and it's the female doctor with the BBs in it, but she hasn't quite figured it out yet, right? Where she can't get them to live for a certain amount of time or something, right? Like they only touch on that for a little bit. It just kind of throws a wrench into the whole story for me where like, wait, but they never revisit that fucking stuff or whatever. It was just like, yeah, the most confusing thing ever, you know?
Yeah.
Cause she in remember too, like where she even inspected like Lou and looked at Lou and checked out his pod and yeah, where I think Lou was not even fucking there or whatever. Like it was just the weirdest thing, you know? Yeah, that was a whole bizarre thing to the story. So yeah. But anyway, Jesus, that's all I've been playing so far. So more Megabunk, of course, playing that on the old Steam Deck. What have you been playing, Jesus?
Well, well, I've been playing a lot of Battlefield. I finally finished the Battle Pass in the last 2-3 weeks. It's been kind of done over with like about a week and a half now. I'm kind of just waiting for season 2, which drops tomorrow or tonight. I think it's tomorrow morning. With the new map, new mode, new weapons, etc. I'm excited for it because they say that they've kind of revamped the skill progression because you get battle points or whatever to the battle pass just by playing the game regularly, but also by doing challenges. And they say they've kind of revisited that a little bit and made it to where a lot of the challenges aren't game specific focused or whatever, where I guess like game mode specific, where a lot of them in the last battle pass were like, hey, you gotta play battle royale, play 10 rounds of battle royale and get this challenge done, or
Oh, wow.
get 50 kills in battle royale, or get 50 kills in conquest, or get 50 kills in rush, or whatever, get so many kills in breakthrough, like different modes, right? And they're saying that they're kind of going to get rid of that and they're going to go to more like just like things that you can achieve on any mode. So like get so many kills with the shotgun, get so many kills with the pistol, get etc. Like that. They said they're going to do it that way. And they're also going to revamp how fast you get XP, like how fast you get a battle point just by playing a mode. So say you only ever play Conquest and that's all you ever play, so you complete your challenges for that, right? But then you're still just playing Conquest. You still get XP towards battle points, but you earn a battle point like like say every 10,000 XP. Well, currently it's really slow. Like you get maybe one battle point a match, maybe two. They're saying they're going to revamp that to make it more rewarding, to make it to where you get more battle points uh, per match or whatever just by playing a match without completing objectives or challenges. So there's that. They're introducing a new night mode, introducing the new helicopter, the Little Bird, which is a classic from Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3, etc. So they're bringing back the Little Bird. They're introducing dirt bikes and yeah, so it looks pretty cool. The new it's exciting for me, and yeah.
Did you have to get in there and grind the last little bit and achieve those certain things? I know I seen you and Brink playing the other night.
Um,
Did you have
not
to do a
really.
little last
No,
minute push? No.
no, not really. I mean, no. I would have finished it this week if I didn't finish it a week ago. It was kind of pretty easily done. Now they did extend it for like 2 extra weeks. So I wonder if I didn't have those 2 extra weeks, would I have finished it? I don't know. I know because a lot of the challenges were, like I said, mode specific. I never played the battle royale, so I never got into the points for that. I did end up playing the gauntlet mode for like I want to say 10 matches. I played the gauntlet mode, and I got so many points for that. Like, cause there was like so many challenges tied to playing this gauntlet mode, which is like it's like a 4v4v4v4v4. So it's like 8 different squads, right, Mayo? There's 8 squads, so each of you have 4 people in a squad. There's 8 squads at the beginning of the match. And then you start off in the first match is it'll be like upload this data pads to this uplink or whatever, and so you have to go run around this. It's like in the battle. It's a small section of the battle royale map. You spawn in there. There's 8 different squads, of course. You're all against each other, and it'll have like these data pads scattered around the map. So you have to run to these data packs, grab them, and take them to this upload site and upload them. So while you're uploading them, your team has to defend you, and then you upload them, and then you get a point or so many points, etc. And then it'll be like, okay, round is done. It'll be like a 4 minute round or 5 minute round. It'll be like, okay, this round is done. The top 7 teams that were in this round continue on. So the team that got last place, they get eliminated. So then the next round is 7 teams now. So 7 squads are left. And the next round will be like, this is get the most kills. So it'll be like get the most kills, but there's like 4 different there's like tanks scattered all around the map. Kind of like there's like 7 or 8 tanks scattered around the map. So your team has to run to a tank, capture this tank or whatever, like you call it. You open this container, the tank comes out, you get in the tank, and then your team can run around and shoot rockets at other tanks and shoot other people. And then, okay, then that round is done. Whoever got the top 6 squads, those squads move on. And then it's like, okay, next round begins. All right, now this round is like some other type of shit where like it's like capture an objective and hold it. So like there's different objectives around the map, like little areas, and you go to that area and hold it. And if you hold it, you get points. And if you don't hold it, you're not getting any points. So your goal is to kind of like hold it, defend it, and keep the other squads off of it. And the other squads are doing the same thing around the map on their end. You know what I mean? So and the rounds keep going like that. I think it goes up to like 4 or 5 rounds. And every round, a squad is being eliminated. And then there's the final round where it's like a team deathmatch between you and the other squad. It's like, okay, now it's team deathmatch between you and this other squad. Now you guys have to go at it. There's 1 tank on the map. Good luck. And then you guys have to fight it out with the other squad. I thought that mode was kind of interesting. I thought it was kind of cool the way they made it interesting by making it short rounds, and kind of also interesting by like making it to where the map is kind of a little bit different at time because of the way it's like in sections of the battle royale map. It makes it a little bit varied, so it kind of moves you around the battle royale map every different round or whatever, every match.
So it's got like a different section each time.
Yeah, it'll be like a different section of the battle royale map.
And is that part of the vanilla game that you pay for, or is that part of the dead sec or red sec battle royale free to play?
I think I don't know. If you see it, you might see it in the dead sec. It's called Gauntlet. I don't know. I saw it because it's in the main menu in the multiplayer section. I don't know because it's all there. There's the battle royale. It's all there together. So I don't know what's part of the battle royale and what's part of the multiplayer.
Yeah, I think there's only three modes in the free to play. I can't remember all of them. I haven't played it in a while.
It was cool. Yeah, I liked it. So yeah, but I've been playing quite a bit of that, and then I've also been playing some more Norland. I'm pretty far in my playthrough that I have right now. But like now I'm like struggling because a lot of people are getting old and dying. So like I got to start getting these lords replaced with fresh lords.
Does this game actually have an end? Do you know? Is it,
it does. The end game is for you to become the emperor. So, but to become the emperor, Mail, you have to conquer like so many sections of the map. I think it's like 6 out of the, because there's like 12 or 14 sections on the map, like 14 different kingdoms. Like, yeah, I don't know if they're kingdoms, but like 14 little castle areas or whatever on the map. And if you can't conquer each territory and like make him your vassal, you can make it to where it gets to a certain point where you're big enough to declare yourself an emperor. And then you declare yourself the emperor, and then the Church of Sophia, which is what it's called, the church sends the Inquisition to come after you because they're like, no, you can't call yourself an emperor, motherfucker. We run this shit. So they send out like this army to your camp. Like they send like a big ass army to your castle to fight you or whatever. But like their army is like maxed out, like all level 15 warriors. They're all like max level, and they're all fucking like decked out in like the best gear. So they have the best armor, the best shields, like they all have swords and shit, and they're all like top level fighters. And so it's like they send about, I think it's like 25 of them or 30 of them to your castle to fight you. And it's your job as the emperor now to have your armies fight these guys and kill them. And if you win the game. And if you fail, they kill all your family, everyone. They kill your entire lineage of. So all your lords are dead, all of them.
Damn.
So like it's pretty brutal. I've done it once or twice where I got to that point, but every time I failed because I'll declare myself the emperor thinking I have a big enough army cuz I'll have like I don't know, dude. Like one time I had like 80 people in my army, dude. 80 soldiers. Pretty tough dudes, right? Like I thought these guys they're pretty battle ready, like they're pretty like they're trained up. They're pretty good. They're all like level 10, 12, 8, 7, a few 5s, maybe a few 4s and 2s and 1s. Like these guys are pretty okay. Fuck, dude. No, they were miserable. They did not do anything to defend my castle. They just got like walked through by these guys. These these motherfuckers showed up and walked through everyone. They just straight walked into the fucking castle and like fucked me up. Like my army did not have any business fighting these guys. These guys
That's always
fucking
hard when you have
destroyed us.
like that reality check too, when you think you're good,
Yeah.
and then right away you see them come in and they start fucking you up. You're like, oh no, this is not good, not good.
Yeah, like oh shit. You realize like you think you're all ready. You have your armies all lined up. They're all ready. You have your archers ready. You're like, oh yeah, they're never gonna get through this. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got this pretty set up, right? Like these guys are fucked. And then they just start fucking walking through everyone. You're like, oh shit, they're going right through my best fighters in the front line. These guys ain't even getting slowed down. What
Man,
the fuck?
they all got their dicks knocked in the dirt, dog.
And then you're sending like your reserve troops in. You're like, oh, these guys are supposed to be like the backup guys. What the fuck? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Like, yeah, I got my ass kicked by the Inquisition a few times. So this time I'm kind of taking it slow. I'm playing it to where I'm trying to build up my kingdom and trying to like make it grow. I have a pretty decent army. I have like 30 something people in my army. I think I've conquered 2 locations and made them my vassals. And now I'm gonna try to expand and get up to 5 here and see what I can do with that. But I'm slowly trying to grow my kingdom because I'm trying to get because the caravan from the church comes like every week or every few days it'll come and they'll sell you stuff. And one of the things they sell you is knowledge. They sell you these books that your lords can read and it'll kind of like unlock something for you to do, right? Like it'll unlock better armor or better weapons or a rye field or a mill or whatever, like shit that you can build and do or whatever to like make better weapons and stuff. But like the last level is level 6 or whatever, level 5. And I'm trying to unlock that because that one gives me the heavy armor and the swords and the iron, like the thing where I can make iron so I can make better armor, better swords, better soldiers, etc. I'm trying to unlock that. And to get that unlocked, you have to have a certain population cap. I think the population cap is 50. And right now I'm at like 40 something between the population in my city, my warriors, and my prisoners. So I think warriors count as a population in your city. They don't count towards like your population count. So even though I have like 30 warriors and 32 civilians living in my city, it doesn't count as a 60 total. It only counts as 32 civilians living in my city and like whatever prisons I have. The prisoners do count. So if I go and like attack a bandit camp or attack some other place and take people prisoners in the battle, I can use those prisoners as people to count them towards my population, but other than that, it doesn't work. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's a cool little game. Besides that, though, I did play. I played some more Outer Worlds 2, and I'm pretty far in right now. But I think I'm stuck because I got to the point where I made a deal with this guy like a group of people, to help me destroy the Protectorate. Which the Protectorate is like this ultimate bad guy, and then these guys are like the other faction that's fighting them, and then there's anti. So there's two factions fighting the Protectorate. There's the Protectorate, which is like the bad guys. They're like the guys that run the planet right now. Then there's the other people, which I forget. They're the Order of something. They're the Order of, I don't fucking know, some institute or some shit, like some kind of like. So these people are all about like making humanity better by sharing technology with people, and everything they do is for the betterment of mankind, right? Like that's their whole philosophy is we're gonna better mankind
That's their mantra,
by
huh?
with knowledge or whatever. Like our thing is we're gonna better mankind through knowledge and science and shit. That's their thing, right? And then there's Anti's choice, which is a corporation, which is like, well, we'll make this planet better by selling everyone stuff. We'll just sell you everything you want. We'll sell it to you, and then we'll make it better by making a big capitalistic planet or whatever. So you end up reaching a point in the game where you have to choose one side or the other, and or you can do it on your own. The game tells you like you can side with Anti's choice and have them help you. Like you do missions for them, or they'll end up helping you fight the Protectorate at the end. Or you can choose the science people, the Order, but they will try to help you too. Or you can try to combine them, so you can try to like convince Anti's choice and the Order to join forces and help you as the ultimate savior guy, fight the Protectorate, and then they both kind of like coexist on this planet. You know what I mean? They'll both be around. But they said if you choose one over the other, say I choose Anti's choice over the Order, the Anti's choice is gonna want to give me the ultimatum, like, hey, we have to kill everyone in the Order. Like, we have to take those guys out too. We're not just taking out the Protectorate, we're also gonna take out the Order. Same thing with the Order, and give me the ultimatum of, hey, we're gonna not just take out the Protectorate, we're also gonna take out Anti's choice because we don't like them or whatever, right? So I ended up choosing the Order because I don't know, they seem cooler. Like they seem more like, I don't know, more laid back out of the two. Anti's choice is just like about selling you shit. And I'm like, that's cool, I guess, but like I'm kind of like, no, like maybe I don't want just everyone to have to buy everything. Just give it
You
away
don't like
for
a
free and
capitalist society, man? Come on.
let's
We live in
make
the home of the free, home of the brave.
let's make humanity better. How about that, Gunny? So I ended up choosing the Order, and now the Order gave me a mission to cross this bridge, but there's this rift, and you'll find out what the rifts are when you proceed the game more, Gunny. But there's a rift on this bridge, and I can't cross it because the rift there. So I have to go get this gun that's like a rift closer thing. It like supposedly closes rifts, but it's on this other planet, and this other planet is where the Protectorate are. So I went there, and they have like this giant fucking wall that you can't go through. Like it's a big fucking wall. I was like, okay, we can't go through this wall, so we have to go around it. So we went around the wall, we fought through this factory, and went around the wall. But then I got to the other side of the wall, and I was walking towards the objective. Like, okay, I gotta go here and get this gun. I thought, okay, like no big deal. I'm just gonna walk over there and get the gun, fight a few people, maybe fight a few creatures on the way there, and I'll be fine. So I was walking over there, Gunny, walking, and I run into like a soldier guy, like a fucking Protectorate, like patrol. I was like, what the fuck? And like the meter started, like the meter fills up when the enemy sees you. So
Yeah.
the meter started turning red. I'm like, what the fuck? So I started shooting at him. And well, next thing you know, Gunny, I have like 500 Protectorate people in this like fucking wasteland looking area. And they're all chasing me. X, flying robots, giant spider robots, little spider robots, big ones, big mechs, like everything chasing me through the wasteland. I'm like, oh my God, I did not stand a chance, dude. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to get this gun? How am I supposed to go to this facility and get this fucking secret fucking gun to close these rifts to help the order? And how would I have ever done it by myself in the first place too? Because the game also tells you join Auntie's Choice or you join the order or you could just say fuck it to both of them and do it yourself. And it's like, what? And the game's like, yeah, you could just say fuck you to both of them and go fight the Protector by yourself.
You can go
don't
renegade, huh?
yeah, like you don't need anybody's help. You just go in there by yourself. It's like, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather take people's help than go in there by myself. So
You
yeah,
need to get your sneak up, man. Get your sneak. Your sneak. Get your stealth on. I don't know. Is there a way to do it through stealth?
That's what
There
I was
probably
thinking.
is.
You gotta sneak in and take that dude out before you alerts everybody.
I don't have stealth in my character at all. Like I
You're
have
loud
guns,
and proud, man, with big guns, huh?
I have guns, hacking, lockpicking.
This is not Death Stranding 2, man. Come on.
Guns, lockpicking, hacking, and engineering. That's what I have my specs at. So I have all these perks or whatever for that. And yeah, like it's not cool, but like I'm pretty
Can you
good at
like
shooting.
hack the mechs or anything?
Yeah, so I can do so like if there's a mech and it has its back towards me, I can sneak up behind it slowly. It's very hard, but I could do it. Where I sneak up behind it and I can press square or triangle, I forget which one it is. But I hack it real quick and then it like shuts it off. But it only shuts it off for like, I don't know, like maybe 45 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. It's not very long because you see a little timer, like it'll like shut down and it'll have like a little thing and it'll be like counting down and then it like wakes up again. And I thought like when it said hack the mechs, I thought it meant like hack them so they can attack their friends. But no, it doesn't do that. The only way you could do that is if you find the terminal that's controlling that mech and you can change the targeting protocols. Which I do
YouTube's
that
your
a
best
lot.
friend on that
Every
one,
time I go
Jesus.
into like when I go to a facility, I always go into like the terminals, and I'm always
Yeah, just like in Fallout.
like,
Sure, I do the same
double-
thing.
disable auto mech or whatever, or like disengage safety protocols or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
I always do
Fallout
that.
style. Sure.
And have him kill everything in sight. Yeah, I always do that. So I end up seeing all the robots fighting for shit. But yeah, I'm pretty far in the game. I think what I did wrong in that area, now that I'm thinking about it, is instead of going to the right and through the mech facility, maybe I have to go to the left because the facility is closer to the left, not to the right. So maybe I gotta go to the left and find a way in that way.
There's probably an
around the wall.
underground tunnel or something, right? You can check on Reddit.
There has to be
Get you in there
something.
faster.
I'm not checking Reddit, Gunny. I'm doing it on my own. But I got some pretty cool armor out of that facility. Like I went to this facility and I got like this fucking crazy armor out of there. It was like a level 23 armor or something like that. It's pretty high. And like it's a pretty dope armor. Like I've had some pretty cool armor, Gunny. Like in the whole time I've been playing, I got this armor from this one place that makes me invisible. So like as soon as somebody hits me, my whole character would go invisible.
I think it's like a perk, right?
And I'd be no, it was part of my outfit. It was part of my suit. And I'd go invisible for like 15 seconds or some shit and no one could see me. And there was another one that I got which was like I don't know, it was like a fancy suit. It was like really fancy. You kind of look like a fucking it's kind of like like a you look like a fucking admiral or something, like the fucking Navy, dude. Like you got like all these medals and shit, and like you look like a fucking like think of like an old school like an old military uniform that like a king would wear back in like the fucking
like from Cuba?
1900s, 1800s. Not really, not like a general, but more like a king. Like you have like medals
Gaddafi?
in their pin, kind of. Not yeah, kind of like Gaddafi. yeah.
Right? I don't know. His image came to my mind for some reason.
Yeah, you kind of like him. Yeah. But yeah, I got a fucking cool uniform like that, and it said like this thing will make you like everyone will kind of just like listen to you because you look really rich. It's like what? Okay, I'll equip this. But I have so many different outfits and like fucking. It's funny the game, dude. I was stealing everything, right? The game popped up and it said, hey, motherfucker, like we noticed you like to steal a lot of things. How about we offer you this? And I was like, all right, what the fuck you got? And it said, all right, we're gonna offer you this perk which automatically steals everything that you ever walk by. Everything that you walk by, it just steals it automatically. But the downside of that is you never control what you steal. So you automatically steal everything. You can't choose, hey, I'm gonna not steal this because it's gonna piss these people off. Like, no, you're gonna steal everything all the time. Everything you walk by, you just steal it. It's called like I
Oh
think it was
man.
called like
Yeah, that was
kleptomaniac
a
or some shit like
controversial thing
that.
when the game reviews came out that it was like a game breaking bug or something.
Well, because you think about it, you walk into a building and the guards standing around and you're just friends with them, but then you start stealing all their shit, they're gonna try to attack you, right? So like
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I don't want to accept this perk. But I did accept another one that was about hacking because it said like, hey, we noticed you like to hack everything. How about we do this? Every time you hack something, instead of using one of the bypass shunts, you have to use two. That's the downside. You have to use two of them. But the upside is you get 100% more XP every time you use the hacking. So instead of getting like my normal XP, like say I normally get 1,000 XP for it, now I'm gonna get 2,000 XP. And I was like, yeah, I'm taking that. I took that hella quick. I was like, hell yeah, in this fucking perk. This is a dope ass perk. There's not even a downside to this. I gotta use
Yeah, I mean, I
two
assume that would
hacking
increase your
things instead of
skill
one.
level faster.
Oh fuck yeah, dude, I'm hacking everything. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm doing this. So I did, and then yeah, there's some. The game is pretty weird, man. Like I don't know, cause I went to like Auntie's Choice, right? I went to her ship because they invited me there, and it's like they're like it's like their headquarters. And during that time, I was supposed to go meet with Auntie Cleo or whatever is her name. I was supposed to go meet her to like, cause she was gonna offer me a job, right? Like the order did before I joined the order. I went to Auntie's Choice first. But during my way walking towards her like office, some chick was like, hey, I got this letter for you. A letter for me. So I went up to her and she gave me this paper and it said, hey, meet us on the back of the ship. And it gave me like an access card. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went to the back of the ship and this long ass train went all the way to the back of the ship and there's these guys back there and they're like part of like the they're part of anti-choice, but they're called middle management. So they're like managers, but they want to move up and they don't know how. So they're like, hey man, we need help moving up. And I'm like, okay, how the fuck can I help you? And they're like, we need you to go do this stuff for us, and if we get this stuff done, we might be able to move up. So I ended up doing a couple missions for them. One of them was finding this recipe for like this beer that some guy was making at a bar, some drink this guy was making at a bar that became super popular. Everyone was going to this bar to buy this drink, and only this guy had the recipe. So I go to the bar, I talk to the bartender. The bartender's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, yo, man, give me the recipe for this shit. And he's like, why the hell would I give it to you? I don't even know. And it's like, okay. And I kept trying to talk him into it, and he was like, fuck you, man. I ain't giving you shit. So I'm like, okay, this failed. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the main guy who made this. So I went to the guy's house and it's surrounded by cops or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go in there and it's like, yeah, this guy is dead. Who the fuck are you? And I'm like, well, I was going to come talk to him about his recipe. And it's like, well, yeah, well, he's dead. And he's like splattered all over the floor, like someone shot him. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, okay. So then the police kind of question you about it. They're like, who the fuck are you? What are you doing here? Like, did you do this? Blah, blah. And I'm like, no, no. And then okay, well, whatever, like, get the fuck out of here. This is a crime scene. And I'm like, okay. So I leave. And then I'm like, okay, where to now? Like, the dude is dead. The bartender guy with me. So I go back to the bartender. I'm like, yo, man, your boss is dead. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, he's dead. And he's like, oh, it must have been fucking lady so-and-so that wanted his recipe. And she's like his main competitor. And I'm like, okay, who's this lady? He's like, oh, yeah, this lady's name is this and this. And she might be at this lounge. And I'm like, okay, at some fucking lounge. So I go up to the second floor, third or fourth, fifth floor, whatever fucking floor in the elevator. And I get into like this fucking area. I get off the elevator, walk into like some lobby. And this chick's like, "What are you doing here, hobo?" And I'm like, "What? What, bitch?" And she's like, "Hey, motherfucker." She's like, "You look like you don't belong here." And I'm like, the fuck you mean? Like, I got money. She's like, "Well, you don't have enough money to walk into this lounge, and I'm not gonna let you in." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Bitch." I want to shoot her right there and then, Gunny, which I could have. I didn't. And I'm like, all
Total
right. I'm like, all right,
disrespect.
fuck it. Use my super X-ray scanner machine thing to try to find a way in. So I use my little X-ray scanner, and then one of my companions like, hey, what about that vent over there? So I go around the corner. I see this vent. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Let's go to the vent. So we go in the vent. We end up in the bathroom of the bar or the lounge that we're supposed to be in. Now I'm in the lounge, right? And I'm walking to this lounge, and I'm like, okay, where's this lady? I start talking to the bartender, start walking around. Where the fuck is she? Go to this back, money, this room in the back, and she's in there, right? The lady that is the dude's rival is in there, and I'm like, yo. She's like, what the fuck do you want? She's in there like she has like these like things on the table, like a bunch of like fucking ingredients. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm making this drink. And we're like, you killed that motherfucker, didn't you? And she's like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Can you prove it? And I'm like, well, no, not really. I mean, I can't really prove it, but I know you did. I'm like, but like, how about you give me that recipe? And she's like, why would I give you the best recipe that everybody wants around here? Why would I give it to you? And I'm like, because I'm asking. She's like, no,
Please.
no.
Simple.
Yeah. So then I'm like, fuck. I'm like, okay, like mission failed. I'm like, I can't do this. Like
Huh.
it said the only way to get this from her is like the dance ended with like she wasn't gonna talk to me anymore, right? And I'm like, I know she has this because she told me she has it. So I like get up behind her, Gunny, and I didn't know you could do this. I'm in the middle of this fucking lounge, right? Like this room back in the back room. I pull out my gun, dude, and just fucking shoot her in the back of the head. And straight up kill her, straight up murder her right there, and then like her head blew off, like her head went boom, blew, off. And I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. I'm like, oh fuck, oh fuck. I'm like, oh fuck. I shot this lady. What you gonna? Because there was a guard like right in front of the door. I'm like, oh fuck, all these guards are gonna come in here and try to kill me. I'm gonna have to fight my way out of this ship. How am I gonna explain to Auntie Cleo that I shot up her ship and I'm trying to get a job with her? So I'm like, oh fuck, I'm all stressed out, Gunny, right? I loot her body real quick. And it's like, hey, you got the recipe. Go take it back to the management. And I'm like waiting for the guards to come to the door, and nothing happened. I walk out there. Everyone's just chilling, standing in the same spot. I'm like, doo. I just kind of walk past everybody
Video
and
game
get the
logic.
fuck out of
I
there.
like it.
I just get right the fuck up out of there, dude. Just run right up out of there. And then I go back to the management guys, right? And then I talk to them. And during the time when I was looting her and all this stuff, I ended up finding like a secret terminal thing that was talking about how Auntie Cleo was no, I ended up talking to this janitor guy. Cause the management was like, we want to know who this janitor guy is. He's always coming out to the main area, but he always has protection. He always has like 3 bodyguards with him. And they're like, why the fuck does a janitor need 3 bodyguards? Like 3 armed bodyguards to walk around with him. So I go to this janitor guy, right? And I'm like, hey dude, what's your name? And he's like, oh, my name is whatever. And well, I'm like, hey, whatever. Jesus, nice to meet you. Whatever. Like, hey man, no one's ever come up and talked to me. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm just trying to be cool, man, you know? And I'm like, hey, you want to go get a drink at the bar? And he's like, yeah, let's go get a drink. And he told the guards, like, hey, I'm going to go get a drink with my friend, all right? And they're like, okay, whatever. So we go to the bar, right? And this guy, I'm like, so like, what's your story, dude? Like, how did the janitor end up with like 3 bodyguards? And he tells me, like, he's like, I used to be Auntie Cleo's right-hand man before she became Auntie Cleo. And I was like, wait a minute, what? And he's like, yeah. And then he like tells me her real name. Like her name is something else. Like it's not Auntie Cleo. Her name is like Vanessa something. And he's like, yeah, Vanessa and I used to be like doctors. Like Dr. Vanessa and I used to work together for Auntie's Choice, like the company Auntie's Choice. But then like we ended up coming to this planet, which was out of the system. And then like Vanessa ended up staging like a sort of like a coup. And she ended up killing the CEO of the company that was running the ship. And she just kind of took over. So when she took over, she asked me to put on a piece of paper what job I wanted to do. So I thought I want to be a janitor. So then I became a janitor and like no questions asked. Like, cause she told me, write any job you want to do. Like, put down on a piece of paper, I'll make you any position you want. So he like jokingly put janitor and she made him a fucking janitor. But that's why he has bodyguards because that used to be his best friend. Auntie Cleo was his best friend before she became Auntie Cleo and killed the CEO, became Auntie Cleo. And he's like, yeah, she used to be like super normal and super cool. He's like, she used to be like my best friend. And he's like, to think about it, he's like, I haven't talked to her in like 15 years. And it's like, what? You haven't talked to her in how long? He's like, yeah. He's like, I never see her. She's always in the corporate office, in her office. And it's like, well, like, I'm like, but you were her best friend. And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh, well, I guess people grow apart or something like that. And he's like, whatever. And then, and then he's like, fucking like he told me this whole story about like how she's not really the CEO. She just killed the CEO or she found the CEO dead or something. So she just assumed the role of CEO. Like she killed the whole board and everyone. So no one could question that she was the CEO. So she became the
Okay.
CEO.
That's a weird
And yeah,
story, Maybe I'm sure
it
he's
Mhm.
is.
leaving
Like,
something out, like
well, he said like she always wanted power, so she always wanted more, but she didn't know how to get it. And then she saw her opportunity when the CEO was like, I don't know, doing something. She killed them, and she board members. So the rule is the CEO usually has a letter saying who the next CEO is going to be if he dies or something. Well, she ripped up that letter and said, "No, I'm the CEO. I'm the guy he chose." So everyone just never questioned it. All the corporate people just kind of fell in line and they're like, okay, cool. You're the CEO now. You're the boss. Okay, cool. And then she just took over. Like no one questioned it. And then, so then I went back to middle management, right? And I'm telling them the story. I'm like, yo, I got the recipe. I got all this shit for you guys. And I told them, oh, and I got this. I talked to the janitor guy and they're like, oh, what did he say? And I'm like, well, pretty much he said that Vanessa or Auntie Cleo. It's not really Auntie Cleo, it's Vanessa. And she's a doctor. And she's not really your guys' CEO. She's just some lady that kind of killed your CEO and impersonates the CEO. And now you guys just been listening to her. And she's like, whatever. Like, she's not really your guys' boss. So they all start freaking out, right? Like, what? What do you mean by that? They all start freaking the fuck out, Gunny. Like, oh no. If she finds out we know this, she's going to kill us. And they're like, but protocol says if we know secret information, we're supposed to turn ourselves in. So they're like all freaking out about all this information they know, right? So then I'm like, they're like, you're fucking lying. I'm like, I'm not lying. I'm telling you what the janitor guy told me. And they're like, ah, fuck you. They're like, ah. They go all crazy. They all pull out their guns and they start shooting me. So now I have to kill all of them, Gunny. And then I
oh
killed
shit.
all of them. And then I left the ship. I'm like, you know what? These fuckers are all a little too brainwashed for me to help this Auntie Cleo lady. They're all a little too psycho, man. Like, I don't know. But I guess the order, they're just as brainwashed as these guys are. They're all brainwashed. I should just go do the mission myself and do the ending by myself, really, because they're all like all these factions are super loyal to each other. They don't question what they're being told. Like they're just this is the right way. This is the way things have to be done. We're not gonna question it at all. They just do what they're told. You know what I mean?
That's it.
And but yeah,
Cheap old man.
yes. So yeah, I've been playing Outer Worlds too. It's a fucking cool game. I like it. Like I said, the game is really cool because it lets you approach missions and do shit that like I don't know if I've seen it in other games, man. Where you just kill anyone. You could just shoot anyone. Gunny, I can walk like when I met the bishop of the order, like the bishop matriarch fucking lady. Like I legit could have just pulled out my gun and shot her in the head and killed her, and that would be it. She's dead.
That
Like
whole
she's
that whole
dead.
dialogue tree probably would have just ended right there.
Yeah, like
Like
oh
if
yeah,
that's what you
she's fucking
chose.
like yeah, like she's dead. Now you gotta fight your way out of this place, and like good luck. Like she's dead though. Like you can steal her armor and stuff. Like the game lets you do that. Like the game just lets you kill whoever. Like it doesn't give a fuck. It's like you can kill everyone except like your companions are like the only people you can't kill. And even then, some of your companions, I don't know. Maybe you can piss them off enough so they leave and they don't help you no more. like they leave your ship.
Didn't that
Because
happen
I
the
was doing
first
a
one
mission.
where you would get them
I
mad
think
and they
so,
would
yeah.
leave you?
Yeah, in the first one, it did happen. So in this one, it happened today. Actually, I was doing a mission. I went to like this place where like it was called the Tomb of something, and I was helping Niles, which is the main guy in your ship. I was helping him. His buddy sent out a distress signal, so we go and we answer it, and we go to this tomb. It's like a tomb place on this planet, and they're like, "Oh, this place is like a holy, sacred fucking tomb or something, and we gotta get in there to find this technology." And blah blah blah. Once we find this technology, we're gonna help our people or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool, bro. I told him you're taking too long. Let's just go start. So we're in there, right, Gunny? And during the time I'm in there, I find like a secret hidden door on the wall, and I open it, and I'm walking, and I'm walking, and I go out this other door, and it said like when I opened the other door, the dialogue came up with Nows, and Nows is like, really? You gonna leave just like that? And I was like, what? And the option was like, hey man, I'm just gonna go take a smoke break, like because I guess you were
But
leaving. I
really,
guess you were leaving the building, and it said like the first option was like, you know what? On second thought, I don't want to do this anymore. The second option was I'm gonna just take a quick smoke break. I'll be back. And then the third option was like, I don't want to do
you don't
this.
even
Like,
smoke.
yeah. So I gave him the option of like I don't want to go take a quick smoke break, and he's like, really? You're gonna take a quick smoke break, huh? He's like, well, I'm gonna do this with or without you, and if you decide to leave, he's like, you can say goodbye, and you'll never see me again. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? I'm like, because apparently it was mission failed if I left the building. So I was like, you know
Huh.
what? Fuck it, I'll stick around. But in that building, I got some really cool shit. I got like some really cool guns and stuff or whatever. But yeah, I guess everyone, because even the good people you think you're helping, Gunny, they're not really ever good people. Like no one's good in the game. Like there's no clear good or bad. You know what I mean? It,
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like real life, where you think you're helping guys, and then at the end it comes out to like who were we really helping at the end? Like these guys are gonna use this to like cause chaos or like to fucking destroy the planet or whatever. They're gonna use this in a fucked up way. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be good for people. Because this guy, like at the end of that mission, there was some technology that he found, right? And he found out that the protectorate, the Earth protectorate, the people you work for, like the Space Horse or whatever, they made a deal with the planet, with whoever runs that planet, the protectorate, and they told the protectorate, we will never go to Arcadia and conquer it to like liberate it if you guys stay there and just stay there in Arcadia. Like don't expand, just stay in Arcadia and we won't fuck with you. We'll leave it alone. And it was like this 100-year-old message that they received or whatever, like 100-year-old deal they made. So like now, like this guy had this information. He's like, well, I'm gonna give this information to everyone and show how the protectorate didn't fucking stand by us, and how the fucking the Earth protectorate didn't help us. Or whatever or director, whatever the fuck it's called, and you're not really the good guys, and blah blah blah. And then now it's just like, do you really want to do that, man? Do you really want to do that? And like it kind of like Niles wanted me to kill him so he wouldn't give up this information. But I'm like, dude, this guy's your friend. Like you told me to help him. I'm helping him because of you, motherfucker. Like so it's all this crazy shit. And then at the end, Niles was kind of pissed off because I sided with this friend. I told him, do whatever the fuck you want, man. I don't care. I don't fucking care who you tell. Tell everyone. I
Now
don't
seems like a pain in
fucking
the
care.
ass.
But Niles was like, hey man, like he was like, I don't know if that was a good choice we did back there. And I told him, well, like, what other fucking choice did we have? He's like, well, we could have stopped him. And I told him, yeah, and then we would have killed your friend. And he's like, yeah, you're right. He's like, but I don't know if he's my friend anymore. I don't think I could see him the same way before this or after this, like how I knew him before. Like after he did this, I don't think I could be friends with him. And I'm like, well, whatever then, man. Like people are good, people are bad. There's no good people, there's no bad people. We're all just people. We're all just making choices. And he's like, no, we could be good people or whatever. Because dude, we were killing civilians and shit. We were doing all kinds of fucked up shit in that mission. Like there was people unarmed, and that dude was like, fucking kill him. I'm like, all right, shoot, motherfuckers. And then Niles was pissed because
Everybody
Niles was like,
dies today.
yeah. Niles was like, why are we killing civilians? Why are we killing innocent people? And I'm like, because they're witnesses. I told him because they're gonna go tell on us. Like, What do you mean? These are bad guys. Like if they have the, because I told them if they had the same chance to shoot us, if we were unarmed, they'd probably fucking shoot us. What do you mean? Why we're shooting these people? They would try to kill us if we didn't kill them. It was pretty fucking crazy.
Are you
Um,
using that gun? Are you using that gun to that sucks them up so there's no evidence left of them on the ground
oh
or
no,
whatever? You kind
I've
of get that
never
gun in the
used.
beginning.
Oh no. I got like a revolver, like a old cowboy gun, but it does like 80 damage. Like it's just like a revolver. It looks literally it's just a revolver. But it's like it's like engraved. It's like gold and silver or something. It's in like an engraved revolver. And then I have a sniper rifle that I took from a mission after some stuff happened. And then I got this gun that like it shoots acid and it melts people.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes.
the one you get in the beginning, right? And you can buy more acid for it or whatever. Like it, I guess so that
No,
I guess later on they can't. There's no evidence of a body, right? Like it explains that in the beginning of the game. So there's no
I
further
stole this
consequence,
gun.
right?
I don't know. I stole this gun from a guy though. I killed him with his gun, and it was pretty powerful. And I'm like, I like this gun, and I'm gonna use it forever. So I've been using. No, and then I used the what's the other one called? The fucking uh, the Rogue's Reward, the one you get on your ship.
Mm.
You know you can get that right off the beginning of the game, like right off the get go. You just go to the armory and unlock it, and you get it. And this gun, what's cool about Rookie's Reward is my gun gunny, but it levels up the more
Yeah.
you use it. So like right now I'm like
Okay.
I have it like pretty leveled up, and it has like it starts off with like 20 rounds of ammo in the mag, and now I'm up to like 75. So like the ammo increases in the mag, and then like the damage increases and the recoil reduces. So the gun gets better the more you use it. So the more you use it, the better it gets. I have that gun, and the more damage it does. So I have that gun. I have the little pistol that shoots acid, the cowboy pistol, and the sniper rifle. And then I have a helmet that I found in this place that gives me 60% more ammo. And I have a perk that gives me 50% more ammo. So I got 110% extra ammo mags. So my revolver normally holds like 6 bullets. Now it holds like 22 or some shit, or 24.
Mm.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, super helpful, dude. But anyways,
Yeah, it says.
so that's
I
what.
was gonna say it says here, Jesus. It's that gun. The Rookie's Reward is fun for all ages and the whole family. Improve your marksmanship and gain bonus to damage, ammo capacity, rate of fire, and recoil as you level up. I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's a good gun. Rookie's Reward is easy. Like, so you go into your ship, Gunny, you go to the armory in your ship, and you see it, and it's behind a gate. It's locked up. But if you walk to the left and go behind the pillar, there's a little switch. You
Yep.
hit that switch, and it unlocks the door.
I see it right here where it says, yeah. So yeah, it's hidden behind some stacked crates to the right. Okay. I'm gonna do that on the ship when I go back.
Do it. Do it. It's a cool gun. And but yeah, I really like that game. Sad part is we're not gonna get a sequel to that game. At all.
They already
Like
said.
at all. Yeah, Obsidian said that the sales didn't meet expectations and that they're planning anymore. They don't plan any sequels to it
Okay.
moving
Damn.
forward. I don't know if
Well,
they
at
plan
least we got one
DLC for
sequel,
it.
right?
Yeah, at least I don't know if they plan any more DLC for it. But they said they don't plan any further games in that series, which sucks, right? Because like, if there's a cool fucking game, like you want a fucking game to to keep coming out. Sorry about that. I was interrupted. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. So you know what I like about that game too, Gunny? When I launch it, when you launch it, right? You launch it in the beginning.
Yeah.
You the little moon guy talks shit to you.
I never noticed that.
He talks shit to you based on what you've done in the game. Like last time I logged in, I think today when I logged in, he like launched the game and he's like, "Hey, you're back." He's like, "I've been stealing a lot of stuff just like you have in the game." It's like, what? What the fuck? The other day, he said something else to me. I fucking laughed. He'll talk shit to you based on what you do in the game and how you play it or whatever. It's just pretty awesome. But yeah. Anyways, that's really all I've been playing. I can't think of anything else that I really have played. No. That's it.
What you been playing, Mail?
A lot of my gaming time has been on the PS5, and I've been working like nonstop, so I've been gaming when I can. Just kind of jump in there and just playing some of the stuff on the PS Plus Premium. They
Nice.
added a couple new games the other day, and I played this
I
game
gotta say,
called Ultros.
real quick, Mel,
Good.
on the premium, I gotta say, I honestly think it's worth it, dude.
I
They
do.
They
have
have
a
a
I mean,
sale
this is
right
my
now.
opinion. I do.
It's $100 for premium, I think. Is it ultimate
That's
or
cheap.
it's premium, right? Which is the highest one? I think it's $100
Premium.
right now.
For the year.
That's super cheap.
Yeah, for the whole year it's 100.
normally
So it's cheaper
like
than the other two
300.
tiers. I saw it.
Well, yeah, because it's like
Yeah, it's
200 a
good.
year, isn't it, or more?
Yeah, it's on sale right now.
But I was gonna say I feel like it is a good deal because you get a lot of shit on that, and the library.
Yeah, the premium this week had some really good, or this month had some good titles. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Jesus, but if you're a premium member, you get Spider-Man 2, Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, and Neva, Neva,
Yeah,
and then you also get the Disney Pixar Wally. But you also get on top of that, you get Subnautica Below Zero, Undisputed, and this Ultros that I played.
yeah. I saw that. I'm like that. Like not just that, but the library they have in general, it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I ended up like off of this library of them I've been playing, right? I also played this last 2 weeks of went back to Uncharted, that Legacy collection or whatever, and I did the one they recommended. And I'm playing back through what I played before because I played this a while
Yeah.
back. I want to say like last year. And I kind of forgot the controls and stuff, but I want to get into it this time, So I'm like, all right, I enjoyed what I played last time, but then I stepped away from it for too long because something else came out and got me sidetracked. And so I kind of want to dive into that now and play through that because you got to found out like your brother was still alive, and you escape prison and he dies, and then you find out he's still alive, and then you're going from there. It's really early, but it seemed like that was gonna be a kind of a fun game. Like I want to check this game out, like get more into it. So I've been playing that on the premium. I tried this Ultra Roast game, Jesus, and definitely not for me. It's a side scroller, really unique color style to this game. It's a very, very bright, like bright pinks and yellows and blues, and it's like this. It's a Metroidvania. I'm not big on Metroidvania. It's about having to backtrack a lot and remembering where you got to backtrack to. But the combat feels pretty good, and you have like a lot of upgrades you can do on the memory, and then you can learn how to do different things, and you can like make like this like you can plant like this seed, and like a plant thing will grow, and it makes a platform for you to jump, so you can get to a different ledge, and go to new areas and stuff like that. It seemed kind of weird, but it definitely wasn't my game because it was a Metroidvania, but it looked good. It looks pretty impressive.
What's it?
It
How
had
do you spell that?
It's ULTROS on the Switch. I know for sure,
Okay.
but it's an interesting game if you don't mind playing. Those not roguelike but Metroidvanias. Another one I played over there this month that came out was Undisputed, and I went ahead and downloaded that and wanted to check out like a boxing game. I haven't played a boxing game in quite a while. I remember enjoying a couple different ones that I had, so I'm like, check this one out. And I just jumped in real quick and played like a set, person playing as boxers. It has like Muhammad Ali and just different. I didn't see like Tyson or anybody, but you had different like Roy Jones Jr. and you have some different boxers in there. And I'm sure you're probably gonna unlock other ones, right? I just picked a couple fighters, just did a couple expedition fights. It was pretty good. I started to get a feel for the controls. You
Yeah.
can use either the buttons like to punch, or you can use the right analog stick to like do punches as well. You got to kind of do it with combination of one or R1 and R2 and so
Yeah.
with those analog buttons. But it seemed like it was pretty good. Of course, I got my butt kicked right away a couple times real quick, just trying to do the expedition and kind of cheat and get into
So
the tutorial real fast. But
is it like Fight Night? Because I used to love Fight Night. Honestly, dude, I played all the Fight Nights and I loved all of them. Is it like that?
I'm trying to remember what Fight Night is like. It's not first person, so it's third person. You're kind of looking
Well,
at it
yeah,
from the
yeah.
side.
Fight Night's always been third person, like on the side.
Okay.
And like you said, when they had the it was called the fight stick, where you would punch with the stick, and then if
Uh-huh.
you wanted to throw it like you wanted to throw a ruck, you'd go like right and then all the way up. Or if you wanted to throw a jab, you just press up, right, like up, right,
I
up,
remember
left,
that.
and then
Yeah, that's
and if you
that's
wanted to
pretty
do
much how the control scheme is in this.
if you wanted to block, you wanted to block in like in your head, like you move the stick up and down to where you wanted to block high or low, and then
Yeah, that's
if you
that's the
wanted to
control
throw
scheme on
like,
this for sure.
so they copied the Fight Night. Like, I gotta try this game, dude, because like I love boxing, dude. I really do. Like,
Yeah,
so like,
it's
and I
fun.
love
I
those
should try
boxing
it, you know?
games. Yeah,
Uh,
because I remember
I
in
lo what
Fight
was
Night you
the
made your own boxer.
and I think you can on
Yeah,
here too. Like I said, I just did an expedition game. I just want to get into it and see what it's like to see if I'd even like it first before I even made a boxer,
how are
right?
the
I
graphics?
assume the graphics are pretty good. I let myself get knocked out the one time, and I didn't like the getting up is kind of neat. So you got your haptic feedback on the controller, and you got to hold the triggers in a certain spot. Like so, there's like two bars, like on the left and the right for each trigger, and you have this bar, and you got to like squeeze the trigger and keep it in a certain spot for so long within this
Uh,
little zone on each side.
yeah.
So, and they're not like equal, so you got to keep them in different spots, and then that's how you get up and stuff. And obviously, the more damage you take, plus up, probably the smaller that zone's gonna be, So,
Yeah, and
but
Fight Night, I
it was
think when
fun.
you got knocked out, it was different. You had to like the screen would kind of go blurry, and the ref would be like all scattered, like there would be like five different refs, and then you had to
Uh huh.
use the sticks to bring them together into the one.
Oh, okay.
So as she was counting down like 10, 9, 8, you had to bring the sticks together and then like kind of line up all the fucking refs to be the one guy, and then he'd be like, "Oh, you're good, get back up," and then you get back up.
That's pretty neat.
But
I like
okay,
that idea
so in
too.
between rounds, I got a question. In between rounds, do
Uh huh.
you have to like deal with the damage that your boxer has taken? So, like, say your boxer
No, it
like
just
has
gives
a
you
cut
like
eye, now you have to like swab it.
maybe I didn't have a like the couple fights I did, like the one time I fought right, I made it around and I got knocked out. I just started trying to get impatient and just started like hitting, and then the guy just like knocked me out, right? So we just made.
Mhm.
But I never really had any kind of cuts in any of my rounds yet, so I'm not
Because there's
sure.
a
It normally it shows like there's like
no,
these
go
health
ahead.
bars, it'll show like your like I don't want to call it like your mental health, but you have a couple of different health bars, almost like a stamina and then like your health and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And it doesn't really show like what if you can do anything to like recharge them. I don't think so, but and I could be completely wrong. Like I said, I only played it a little bit. I just wanted to check it out. It seems fun. I'm gonna definitely play some more of it.
I'm gonna check it
Maybe
out.
find a boxer I like on there or try to create a boxer and see what happens from there.
Doesn't yeah, it was
But
one thing about Fight Night that I do give it is that it had like a pretty cool like damage thing where like the more you fought and like the harder the punches you took, your boxer would be fucked up by the end of the fucking fight. Dude, like
Mhm.
by 6, you'd have like a fucking black eye that was like all fucking shut and shit, and like fucking cut bleeding from your nose and shit, and all kinds of fucked up shit. And you have to use like, so in between rounds, you have the 1 minute between round or whatever to kind of like patch them up. So you had to use like you'd either use the ice pack or the fucking cotton swabs and shove it in his nose, and like fucking shove the cotton swab in his nose, or like put the fucking ice pack on his fucking eye to get the swelling down or whatever. Yeah, you do all that type of shit.
Yeah, I was hopeful, and like I said, I didn't get real far into it too, but I was hopeful you can create a character, and build up your boxer is what sounded fun to me. But
Nice.
like I said, I didn't. I just did a couple expeditions. I just want to see if I liked it before I even did that. If I didn't like the fighting or the way the game played, I was like, well, I'm gonna create a character, but definitely gonna try and dive back into it a little more to see and if I can create one or not. Uh, yeah, I don't remember what else I played on there. I played some Gran Turismo still. They keep updating that game, right? And they got that whole new thing I have not bought. It's a DLC you can buy, and
I
I guess
saw
it's supposed
that.
to
I
be
saw
really
that in the
good.
store today.
Yeah, it's like they really encourage you to buy it, and I hear it's pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, it gives you a bunch of
Wait for a
credits.
sale. Or
Yeah, maybe
actually,
it'll go
maybe
on
it was
sale
on
here soon.
sale. It was like 10
Yeah,
bucks or something. Yeah.
yeah. I think right now it's like 30, so
Oh, okay.
not the cheapest. I think it's 29.99. Um,
Side
but
note,
that looks
mail for that game Ultros. I was looking on Steam. I'm sure on the PlayStation as well, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah, the
Yeah.
PlayStation is under the game basically the PlayStation Game Pass, the PS Live or PS Plus, sorry.
Yeah.
It's included
You
in that.
probably
So
okay. Yeah, you don't need a subscription for it,
that's the
but
full game.
check it out.
And Jesus, do you think there's a couple other games in right? So in Plus that I have, the premium version, I can play Red Dead, the first one, which I haven't yet. I played 2, not all the way through, but should I check out the original Red Dead or should I just keep playing 2?
They're both good. The first one is more linear, though. I would give you that. Like, it's
Uh-huh.
pretty quick if you want to beat it. Like, it's really quick. Like, you can beat it like in 30 hours, maybe
Okay.
less actually. Like, if you just go through the main missions, you're gonna get through it pretty fucking quick, like fast. And it looks
Gotcha.
good now. It's at 4K 60 now, I think, or upscale to 4K, but it runs at 60 frames on the PS5. So
Yeah, shout out to Crafty. He gifted me Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC.
Nice.
That's a fun game.
Video game
It
happy
looks
hour,
great
Mr.
on PC as
Crafty.
well.
And yeah, so I never finished that on Xbox. Man, I remember playing that on the One X version. So I'm sure it looks pretty good on this OLED monitor.
Oh, it's gonna look
Oh,
great,
dude.
Gunny. It's probably still one of the best looking games I've seen.
Fuck
Like,
yeah, it is. It is. It literally is one
it's
of the best
great.
looking games out there. You like when GTA 6 comes out, dude, it's gonna probably melt PCs, man. Like that shit. I don't know. Like I'm glad it's coming out to the PS5 first, because PCs are gonna have to be optimized. Like they're gonna have to work on that game quite a bit to get it to
The
run
new
on
slogan.
everything.
We're gonna drop
Yeah.
Crisis, and we'll be like, we'll play GTA 6.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no
Back in the
shit,
day,
because
we'll play
it runs
Crisis.
that.
Yeah. It'd be like, we'll play GTA 6. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much all I've been playing. I played a little bit of Path of Exile with Gunny earlier tonight, and kind of dipped in that every once in a while. But nothing's kind of changed. I just kind of been just messing around in that game. And then just a little bit of dabbling with some other games on the PlayStation. Just kind of fire them up real quick and then hop back out. I'm trying to remember. I hopped in a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima sequel. Ghost of Yotai. I hopped in that a couple times, and then just kind of got back out. Just did a little bit and jumped back out. I thought about firing up the Harry Potter Hogwarts game again.
Oh yeah, that's part of PlayStation Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that was added. I mean, I don't already own it, but I thought about firing it up.
That game was free on the Epic Store not long ago. I don't know if you claimed it or not.
Yeah, in
That was a good
December it
game.
was, yeah.
Yeah. I did
never
grab
finished
it, even though I owned it on Xbox, and I think since I own it, it's part of my PC Pass Anywhere title. So I think it is. So those games were kind of random, and what they add is Play Anywhere. But yeah, something else.
I think the team that worked on that game, I think they said they're working now on a fucking on a Lord of the Rings game. So
yeah,
Nice.
I did hear that.
I guess WB owns both of those things. They own Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
Yeah, who's still trying to buy
crazy.
Warner Brothers? I saw that that's still an ongoing negotiation
Netflix
or
I
whatever.
think Netflix, I think they said they upped their deal to a cash only deal, where originally it was supposed to like a cash and like fucking
Docs.
options or some shit. And now they're saying that no, fuck it, we'll do all cash. We'll do it all cash right now. So I think HBO wanted it, and HBO made an offer, and then Netflix came in and made an offer, and then HBO offers, then Netflix upped their offer. But now people are saying that the government's gonna block it. They think that Netflix is probably too big. Which is
I think
don't know.
Netflix bought something, part of HBO Go or something. I don't think they bought. Yeah, Xbox buys HBO Max or something. That was 2 months ago.
Something.
Oh, okay. I guess
Yeah.
if they buy Warner Brothers, it would own HBO Max once the deal closes. Okay, so not yet.
Oh yeah, because
Not yet, folks.
Warner Brother owns HBO, right? You know.
HBO Max. I don't know if that's separate from a regular HBO.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But,
Jesus, what's the
pretty
new Game of Thrones? Something about the Something King Kingdoms, or I don't know. Have you watched any of it or plan on watching any of it? That's
I do
something you've
plan to
kind of.
watch it. I'm gonna sign up though when the season 3 of, is it season 3 or season 4? I think it's season 3 of House of the Dragon comes back.
Okay. Yeah,
So
well, you can binge it. Yeah, makes sense.
well, I'm gonna binge. Yeah, that way I can binge that show in between the time that, because you know how like House of the Dragon, like it comes out every week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch one episode of House of the Dragon, then watch that show in between. Then another episode will come out, and I'll watch that in between. So I'm gonna be watching both, but one is gonna be in between the other one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I really like.
So
I
yeah,
love those shows. I love fucking Game of Thrones is my shit, bro. Fucking. But I heard this one is more like a
yeah,
comedy. It's more lighthearted. It's Game of Thrones, but it's not as dark and like as gritty and fucking shitty as all the other ones, like where everyone's dying all the time.
yeah. It says A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the next Game of Thrones sequel. So this premiered on January 18th, 100 years before Game of Thrones and 70 years after The House of Dragon. It's a 6-episode season following Sir Duncan the Tail and his squire Egg, future King Aegon V, focused on a smaller scale adventure. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So they're gonna do a lot of these spin-offs because they said they're gonna do one about Jon Snow and him being like the North or whatever after the Game of Thrones series, and they're gonna do one about. I think they said they're gonna do one about. I don't know if they're still doing it, but they were supposed to do one about Arya and what happens with her and being part of the faceless people or whatever the fuck they're called, the assassins,
Yeah, yeah.
the the whatever the fuck they're called. They're called the faceless people, aren't they, or something like that?
Something simple like that. Yeah.
Where they can change faces or whatever. I think they're gonna do one about her, and I thought they were supposed to do one about. I thought they were gonna do another one where they were gonna show the when Robert Baratheon became king and when they overthrew the Mad King. So it's gonna be like based on like Ned Stark and Robert Baratheon joining together to fight King Aegon or whatever, and when they kill him or whatever, and when well they don't kill him, when Jamie kills him, when Jamie Lannister kills him, 'cause that's why Jamie Lannister is called the Kingslayer, right? Because he's the one that
Right.
actually killed the king,
Oh, right.
even though
That's
he was
right. That's yeah. Even though we
yeah,
never saw that story. Yeah.
because he was the king's guard when they were fighting the king when Rob and Ned, like the Starks and the Baratheons, were fighting the king when they were in the war and they were getting close to King's Landing or whatever and they were sieging King's Landing. The Lannisters were helping the Baratheons, remember? So the
Yeah.
Lannisters, the Starks, and the Baratheons were together and they were against the Mad King and they were all fighting him at the fucking King's Landing. I guess Jamie Lannister used to be a Kingsguard, and instead of protecting the king, he just killed the king and said, "Hey, fuck it, the war is over. I killed the king. Like, the
Yeah.
king is dead now.
That was
I
easy. Yep.
was supposed to protect him, but I accidentally stabbed him, guys. Sorry.
Hmm.
I broke my oath to protect the king because he did it for his dad. Remember? Because his dad told him to do it or something like that or whatever. And then that's when Robert Baratheon became the king. And then that's why he married Cersei or whatever, because her brother was the one that actually killed the king. So he ended up
Yes.
marrying her or whatever as like a thank you to the Lannisters for killing the king or whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's all convoluted, but yeah. So they were supposed to. I think they're supposed to make a series of that, like of that whole thing, like that whole shit going down. So that'll probably be like the next one that comes out eventually. They could do so many series off of Game of. They could just keep making Game of Thrones of fucking forever, dude. They could just keep
I feel
making
like even
shit up.
after George R. R. Martin passes away, they're still going to keep making them.
Oh fuck yeah, they are. They probably have like they just have AI writing all this shit for them, dude. AI, make this fucking whatever. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. We got this.
Yeah, he's written so much, right? To put that, and it's already on the computer, right? Like I'm sure, yeah, like
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, so they're gonna keep making series out of this shit until they can't anymore. You know, until they run out of ideas, I guess, or people stop watching.
yeah. I think people
Um,
will be like, thinking that's old television or something. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, get into some news real quick, Gunnies. News time, real quick.
Beep, 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 beep. News.
I got some news for you. Supposedly there might be a long PlayStation 6 delay. Hold on, I gotta disable my. I hate when these sites do this.
Yeah, it's that Push Square website that does that.
I hate this. All right. According to people, the unavailability of affordability of RAM makes it to where Sony is considering delaying the release of their PlayStation 6 to either 2028 or 2029, whereas 2027 would have been a more of a standard gap of a 7-year generation cycle. They're saying this one might go a little bit longer. So yeah.
I would say this, Jesus, like, so me following, the old X Twitter, all that stuff, when people are talking about, the next Xbox, the next PlayStation, blah, right? So there's just a lot of garbage on there, and talking about these delays, right? But keep in mind, it's all just speculative, right? Like, they haven't even been announced yet, right? There's been little tidbits from, I would say, the Xbox side, but even though I don't think they're making an Xbox, but that's just my opinion. Or at least I don't think it'll be made like an in-house. It'll be from fucking, I don't know who made the other little handheld Xbox, but I think it'll be those guys. So, but yeah, they haven't even been announced yet. People, who is it?
What is it? Is it ROG?
Is it
ROG Ally X? Right?
ROG
Ally, right?
Yeah.
But it's Asus. I think Asus
those
makes ROG.
Yeah, that is Asus. I know. I was going to say Nvidia. I'm like, wait, that's not right. But yeah, I mean, they haven't even been announced yet. So I don't. Yeah, who knows, right? Like, if anything, they're not going to announce it especially in the current state of things. So
I don't think they need to. I think that they're sitting in a good spot. I think PS5 with their Pro system, I think it could easily go to 2029. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Because if you think about the RAM price, if the RAM is going to make like right now, the PS5 Pro is $750, dude. If you think about a PS6, and if it's more powerful than a PS5 Pro, which it would be, how much would that cost? Is it going to be $850? Are people going to want to pay that? Are people going to want to pay $850, $900 for a console? Because of the RAM prices. Think of RAM. RAM costs a lot of money now, dude.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But
it is.
Like right now, RAM, I'm looking at 32 gigs of RAM. It's $312. And if you're looking at, that's DDR4. If you're looking at DDR5, it's like $600 for 32 gigs of RAM.
damn,
Which is probably what this
how much I
console
got.
will have.
So that's what I have in here. I've got, that's crazy. I think I've got that in my machine. Which I have a new motherboard I haven't put together yet, so I keep forgetting it's there. So but yeah, see, I grabbed that stuff early. I grabbed it early before any price increases. So, but Jesus, I'm gonna go this article here. I'm gonna read this real quick because it accompanies that. But it's kind of funny because so at this Turkish wedding, the party receives NVIDIA RTX 5090, RAM necklaces, and Intel CPU for elaborate wedding gifts. A Turkish tech delight for the age of the PC shortage. So this is a true story here. It says gold never tarnishes, diamonds are forever, and a 5090 is probably going to be serviceable for about a decade if it doesn't self-combust. So this is a charming video from a Turkish wedding reveals a delighted bride and groom being showered with opulent gifts as per tradition. However, this happy couple isn't seen as being weighed down in golden jewelry, as if typically the case. Instead, they are collecting the ultimate riches of the PC tech world: GPUs, RAMs, and processors. So I thought it was funny that this guy's coming out with fucking RAM and fucking CPUs for the bride and groom. It's funny.
Probably mostly for the groom.
Yeah. What is she going to use it for? She's like, what is this shit? Where's my gold? Yeah. Where's my silver? My pearls, my diamonds.
Yeah, I'll bet money on it that they're both gamers. That she plays games too.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're probably like, all right, we'll take PC parts.
Right. I'll take them too. Oh, that was funny. But yeah, folks, don't put the cart before the horse. The consoles haven't even been announced yet. So here we are already delaying them, and Sony hasn't said anything. Microsoft hasn't said anything yet. So just chill out, relax. You're right. It's probably not going to happen, Jesus. Like you said, they'll probably not even say delay. I'll bet you, right? Because they're going to delay what? Something that hasn't been announced yet, right? So this is just the
They
internet going
just
crazy.
won't announce it.
They just won't announce it. They'll be like, "Well, where's our console? We're working on it." That's what they'll say.
Yeah.
It's in development. That's going to be the response at the end of, or that's what you're going to see in June. I'll bet you with Xbox. We're working on it. So no plans announced yet. So yeah, they won't say it's been delayed, like, but it hasn't even been announced, folks. Relax. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
things
we're
are
still seeing a
expensive.
lot of
Don't worry.
we're still seeing a lot of new Unreal Engine 5 stuff, right? So we're pretty impressed with what we see from there. So that I think that could sustain for a couple years. You know, I feel like it could as it gets a
Oh
little
yeah.
better and better optimized. The games look really good, and I think gamers would be content. Not until the big companies start talking about it, right? Like
Yeah.
when they start talking about it is when we will get excited.
Yep. In other news, God of War players are asking for a refund. That's right. God of War fans of God of War Sons of Sparta are pissed off because this is apparently a two-player local co-op game. But the catch is, Mayo, that when you buy the game, you have to beat the campaign completely once in single-player mode to unlock the two-player co-op.
Does the
People are
second player
mad.
have to beat it as well?
People are mad. People are saying, well, it's a couch co op. So people are mad because they're like, I have to beat this game completely once. And then that's the only way to unlock the couch co op mode. People are pissed off about it and they want to, some people want a refund. And yeah, apparently the game is listed as a two-player game, 1 to 2 players on the store. And the states of the title says that it has a single player or two-player couch co-op mode. So some people were confused about the couch co-op mode being locked to having to beat the campaign once as a single player mode. So I guess that's the confusion there. But yeah, I'm looking at the PS Store now, and yeah.
I would say that's a valid point for those that were expecting it to be played co-op right off the Rift.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
that were expected to play
How much
together.
is this game, man? I saw it yesterday. I think it was $30 or $40. So this is a new side-scrolling God of War game that was recently announced after the state of play.
Yeah, it's a new game. Yeah, it's 25 pounds or whatever. So
It was
how much
30
is
or
that?
40 US dollars.
Probably $30 US for the standard edition and probably 40 or whatever for the digital deluxe. Digital deluxe.
Yeah.
In other news, Xbox is announcing that social clubs will be removed from consoles in April 2026. That's right. So social clubs, which is a feature on the Xbox and the Series and Series S consoles, are going to be removed as part of an ongoing platform update to focus on social experiences players use the most. If you don't recall what social clubs are, that's okay because I'm here to tell you, Mayo and Gunny. These are clubs on Xbox that you can join based on different games or etc. Some people like they had a screenshot club or a GTA club or a fucking Metal Gear Solid club or whatever kind of club. You would join these clubs where you'd be in there with this like-minded people, talking to these people or playing with them in whatever game or thing that you were doing in these clubs. So there's
Yeah,
that.
I think I ran the one. I'm the actual moderator for the one for Horrible Gamers, I believe.
Yeah.
So you can go in there. You can upload clips of gameplay. You can chat in there via text as well. So yeah, I think that's what we did the most, right? I think I would upload clips and chat with other people in the community. So, of course, I haven't been on the Xbox, so quite a while.
Yep.
Yeah, we had one for this Xbox Live, so yeah, it goes back quite a ways.
It goes back, it's like 2013, 2014 when it came out. And another news and sad news I have here for you. Hideki Sato, the designer of Sega's consoles, has passed away. That's right. It's reported that he passed away this weekend. Sato and his research and development team were responsible for the creation of Sega's arcade and home console hardware, including the Master System, the Genesis, the Mega Drive, the Saturn, and the Dreamcast. Sega published a statement following his passing saying, "We are deeply saddened to learn of the passing of Hideki Sato, who served as the president of Sega from 2001 to 2003. Sega would like to offer their condolences to his family and friends. Starting his career with the development of arcade machines, Mr. Sato was instrumental in the development of iconic home consoles, including the SG-1000, the SC-3000, the Mega Drive, the Sega Genesis, the Sega Saturn, and the Dreamcast. His leadership helped lay the foundation of Sega, and his contributions had a significant and lasting impact on the entire gaming industry. We will always remember his contributions to our company, and all of us at Sega extend our deepest condolences as we honor his memory." So it says here the engineer joined Sega back in 1971 and was the company's acting president between 2001 and 2003, and he left the company in 2008. So that's crazy.
Damn, how long did he work there? 71?
71, 81, 91, 2001, all the way to 2008. So 37 years.
Damn, yeah.
That's a minute.
It's a lot. That's a long time, dude. That's a long time. In other news, more news here. Crimson Desert won't have microtransactions. The developer wants people to enjoy the game world. Pearl Abyss's upcoming action-adventure game, Crimson Desert, will not feature microtransactions, as the developer wants you to experience no friction in the enjoyment of the game world. In this latest episode of Drop Frame Podcast, Crimson Desert PR lead Will Powers clarified that it is a premium single-player experience with no microtransactions. That's right. This is made to be a premium experience that you buy and you enjoy the world, and not something for microtransactions, he explained. Powers also clarified that Crimson Desert is now a completely new IP, although it began life as an MMO prequel to Black Desert Online and later evolved into a live service concept. It has now become a full standalone single-player title. So there's that.
That's cool. I'll sure be playing that.
They said one of the goals for the developer of Pearl Abyss was creating a world full of distractions, where players are encouraged to get sidetracked on the way to objectives, uncovering hidden locations that aren't always visible from a distance. The map will feature a fog of war system that gradually clears as players explore further, though distant landmarks remain visible. It says here, Crimson Desert will not feature a difficulty setting or enemy level scaling. Instead, progression is bound by your skill and your gear. If a boss or a region proves too challenging, the solution is to improve your stats and return later. Leveling up primarily involves your gear upgrades, whether through unique boss loot, blacksmith crafting, or abyss artifacts. While there is a system that enhances specific skills via these artifacts, Powers stressed this is not an RPG with skill trees. So there's that.
Sweet, sounds like my kind of game.
Yeah. In other news, apparently this retailer on Instagram stated, so this is called Complete, a PC and video game retail store. Well, I'm gonna look it up. Where the fuck is Complete? I don't know. Oh, Norwegian. All right. Listen, this Norwegian video game store said on Instagram, "Lie together today and get GTA 6 free from us in 9 months." Okay. They said this is not nonsense. GTA 6 will be released in 9 months. And if you have a baby on launch day, we will give you the game for free. That's right, Gunny. You can get a free copy of GTA 6 if you have a baby on launch day.
Yeah.
Plan that out, right?
Yeah. So there you go, Gunny.
I'm gonna have my my AI baby out there on the camera.
You gotta
Big
move
burst
to you gotta move to Norway, okay? And then you gotta fucking have a baby on launch day, all right? That's the only rules here for this competition. I wonder how many copies they're gonna have to give away because of this. Oh man.
I got one here, Jesus. I forgot to put that in there because I know we haven't been on the show in a while. And that is gaming related because it is Discord voluntarily pushing the mandatory age verification despite the recent data breach.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess the question is, before I'll, you know what? Let me just read this real quick. It says here they have begun rolling out mandatory age verification. Let's see. At EFF, we've been raising the alarm. Okay, maybe that's, I guess, this website I'm reading from about the age verification mandates for years. In December, we launched our age verification resource hub to push back against laws and platform policies that require users to hand over sensitive personal information just to access basic online service. At the time, age gates were largely enforced in polites, where it's been mandated by law, but now they've been landing in platform jurisdictions where they're not required. Beginning in early March, users who are either estimated by Discord to be under 18, Discord doesn't have enough information on, may find themselves locked into a teen appropriate experience. That means content filters, age gates, restrictions on direct messages, friend requests, and the inability to speak in stage channels, which are the large audience audio spaces that power many community events. Discord says that most adults may be sorted automatically through a new age inference system that relies on account tenure, device and activity data, and broader platform patterns. So I'll just stop there. But I mean, I don't know if we have it our Discord server or not, if we're age gated or not. I have no idea.
I don't
Don't know
know
how
yeah,
that
either.
works.
Even though I set it up, I have no fucking clue, Gunny. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Probably
I don't
are.
remember having to set anything or set do anything back then.
So
They
okay,
turn
so I know I don't have the full details in front of me, but I guess it was, your government IDs, whether it be driver's license, state IDs, whatever, military IDs. I guess there was a big breach or whatever recently. So this is kind of bad timing on Discord to be mandating this stuff. But I'm gonna probably use Gary's mod to put my face up in there instead of using my driver's license. I'm not going to put all that information in there. So just so it can be leaked online, fuck that. And I don't want to be restricted. So yeah, I'll just use Gary's mod. So I don't know. And if other people want to use Sam Porter from Just Stranding 2, or who else were people using? I guess, yeah, like some of those things are saying that.
How do you verify that though?
So I guess, like, okay, I was watching this little video of like Gary's mod where it's like open your mouth, close your mouth, blink your eyes or something, So I guess you can use that video game Gary's mod to kind of mimic it. I don't know. My son knows how to do it, so probably use my iPad or something. Who knows? There's a way. There's a will. There's a way, man. You're not getting my ID, Discord. Okay, happen.
I don't know. It's whatever. My information has been leaked by so many companies. It's been leaked by
right
AT
so
and
many
T,
times.
T-Mobile, AT&T,
Oh yeah.
fucking Xbox, fucking PlayStation has leaked my shit. Fucking surprisingly, Steam hasn't, but Google has. I'm sure. Fucking everything else that I've used has. My bank probably has at some point.
Oh
What
yeah.
else? Even the Social Security Administration leaked our information.
Yeah.
Remember, the whole Social Security Administration got hacked. Everyone's Social Security number got leaked. Everyone. I'm not you. If you had a Social Security number, Mayo, it got leaked. Okay, put it that way. They hacked the Social Security Administration. So
Yeah.
yeah, everything's been leaked, honey. It's all been leaked. It's been
True.
leaked. Your information, it's out there, bro. It's out there. Someone's using your shit. Is out there. Okay. I got letters from the IRS that tell me that they know that there's someone working in another state with my social, and they're like, "We know it's not you, so you're okay." I'm like, "What the fuck does that mean? The fuck?" they're like, yeah, we think somebody's using your social to work somewhere, but we can't tell you where, but we know it's not you because you live in this state." I'm like, "Okay, well, what the fuck does that mean though?" Like,
But you know why? You know why I use? Because you're the only one that's been filing taxes, right? Paying your dues. Where the other Mr. Jesus Gonzalez has been doing nada, just using the fucking your SSI number.
like, what the fuck? I'm like, what does that even mean? What is it? Like, and then I get like fucking notifications saying my social's being used, like in Vegas. I'm like, what the fuck?
You think about it. You can't change your social, right? You can't change
You
it.
can't. You can't change it. Once it's leaked and once people start using it, the only thing you can do is watch your credit report to make
Yeah.
sure they don't open credit cards in your name. But like I get like on my socials, like on my reports and shit, I always get like notifications saying like, "Hey, your social's been used for like something in some fucking city or some state." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then I look into it, and I'm like, well, that's not me." And they're like, "Oh, okay, that's not you. Okay." That's all they say. They don't ever say like, "Oh, okay, we'll monitor, we'll keep track of it." No, nothing. They just say, "Okay." I'm like, what the fuck? Like they don't really do nothing. And like I don't know what the punishment is for the people that use it because they don't like. It seems like no one ever does anything. Like no one gives a fuck. Like there's just like normal business. Like, oh, okay, well, yeah, someone used your social. Oh, well, okay, well, we noted it. Okay, have a good day now.
Yeah.
It's
You
like,
know, there's companies out there you can pay probably a subscription fee to nowadays, right? To monitor your credit for you.
like what the fuck, dude? It's frustrating. It really is. It's kind of annoying. The cool thing is they don't use my social to get credit cards. So like, they don't do that. They don't buy cars or shit with my shit. But like
Yeah, they
my
probably don't have
social.
a proper ID or something. Anyway.
That's probably what it is. They probably just have my social and they don't have an ID. But like, I think there's utilities in my name that I don't know about, like in other cities, like in Vegas or something. Because like, I get notifications saying like I live in these addresses in Vegas. I'm like, I've never lived there before. And it's like, no, your social's been linked to this address. And I'm like, I never lived there. Like I've never even been there. What the fuck do you mean I live there? Like I've been to Vegas, I grew up there, but like I don't live there. Like, oh, it's linked. It's linked to this address. We're gonna have it linked to this address. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, dude. I don't know what to tell you guys. I just hope the Social Security Administration isn't sending them like letters and shit. You know what I mean? Thinking I live there
Right.
or something. But like, what the fuck can I do, Gunny? But watch my credit report. That's all I can fucking do and lock it. So I lock my credit, right? Where it says you lock it for a year. So they have to do like extra verification. So like when you lock it, pretty much what happens is so like you go to the store and they offer you a credit card. Well, like every time I do that, like if you go to the store and try to open a credit card, it will always get denied on the spot. Because they say,
Yeah.
"Oh no, we can't approve it here because it needs like you've been denied because of whatever." Like, and then they'll send you a letter trying to verify that it's you. So they'll send me a letter and they'll ask me, "Hey, did you apply for this?" And I have to say, "Yes, I applied for this," or "No, I did not apply for this." That's how that works. so, so yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Unless I have like all my documents with me, they're not gonna approve my credit anywhere. So
True.
I have it that way. So I guess these fuckers have my social, but they don't have my ID or anything like that. So they're not really me or whatever, or my birth certificate or whatever the fuck. I don't know what else would they need besides that, Gunner? Like an ID, a birth certificate? I don't even know.
Yeah, I guess well, I'm just trying to think of like, so I'm trying to think of something local, right? Where I would just think like basically your ID, right? Your your social security number, ID. They maybe a fucking like a utility bill. I don't know, just to verify it's you.
But
Like,
couldn't you
yeah,
just get
I do live in this location. There's my utility bill. I don't know.
couldn't you just get a utility like just by giving them your name and your social? Like couldn't I just call the power company and be like, "Hey, I want power at this address that doesn't
Yeah,
have
you
power."
could. You could turn the
And this is
power
my
on in Las Vegas, right?
That's what I'm saying. I think someone did that on my shit. But the thing is,
Yeah.
I that means I would have to call all the utilities in Vegas and ask them, "Do I have an account with you guys?" And they're gonna be, "Well, what's your address?" I don't know.
Yeah,
Here's my
I don't know. That's
social.
why I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Sir, this is
Right.
fraud. We can't give you this information. You know what I mean? Like they won't give me the information. I'm like, but it's me.
Yeah.
It's my social. And they're like, well, sorry, we can't give you that information. It's like, well, hopefully they're paying the bill or something, Gunny. I don't know.
It would be, I mean, that would be kind of weird if somebody did that. Like, they would have to already know in advance. Like, okay, like I got a year lease on this place, and I'm not right because they turn the power off after like 2 months, right? Something
Yeah, if you don't
I don't
pay
know,
it, right?
2
If you
months,
don't
right? I
pay
think
it, right?
they
Yeah.
turn. Yeah, I think it's 2 months. I don't know. I'm just
So that
using a
means that
standard.
That means that maybe they just had really bad credit. They couldn't get the power. Or they owed money in their name, and they're just using my
Yeah.
name to get power. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, Gunny. I guess I'm just supplying power for someone in Vegas, and I don't know, gas, power, or water, or trash, or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to call the utilities over there and ask them all. Hey guys, do I have a fucking account with you? What do you mean? Do I have an account with you? I don't know. Do I have an account with you guys? I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah, just close it. Close that account.
yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I have to deal with that eventually. But I don't want to. Takes time, dude. Takes
Yeah.
time. All right. I don't want to deal with it, Gunny. I don't want to deal with it. I'll
It
just
might
lock my
piss you
credit.
off, huh? It might piss you off to find out
Well,
somebody's out there.
I've had it happen to me before, dude, where like I had people open accounts in my name, like full on credit cards and max them out. And it's a fucking hassle, dude. Like it really is a like you'd be surprised how much of a hassle a bank makes it when someone opens a credit card in your fucking name and like it gets approved somehow and they max it out and don't pay it and then you're fucking getting hit with collections. And like one time they did that to me twice with two different credit cards. I didn't even get the collections bills at all because they were going to a different address. So I didn't even have a credit card. I didn't even know. I was like 18 at the time, 19 at the time. And I think I went to open a credit card or something and the bank is like, you have a collections on your on your credit report. I'm like, oh what? Like you have collections on here. I'm like, collections for what? And they're like, yeah, you have two collections for credit cards. And I'm like, wait, what? So then I had to go to the bank. That wasn't even my bank, right? I had to go to a different bank. And then I had to argue with the manager that it wasn't me that owned that account. She's like, oh, you're here to pay it off? You're here to pay it off, Jesus? I'm like, no, I'm not
Yeah.
here to pay this off, motherfucker. I'm here to tell you how to fucking have this account. This isn't me. They're like, oh, yeah, this is you. I'm like, this ain't me, motherfucker. I had a fight with her, Mayo, so bad. I was going off, dude. I'm like, how do you motherfuckers think this is me? It's not fucking me. It's not even the same fucking signature as me. The fuck? They even checked my ID. They checked my signature on my driver's license, Gunny and Mayo. They were like, oh yeah, the signature. I'm like, no shit, the signature doesn't match. I'm like, it's not fucking me, you dumbass. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to you're gonna have to file a police report, and we're gonna have to go to the fraud department, and they gave me like a fucking 300-page fucking thing I had to sign and initial everywhere, and then provide everything everywhere I ever lived, all my information, and then I had to send it off, and then it took like fucking like probably about 6 months for them to finally admit that they fucked up and that somebody fucking stole my shit and they had to remove it off my credit report. It took that long. It was it was a hassle, dude. Because for 6 months I couldn't do shit with my credit. Like I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't open anything. I couldn't get anything. I couldn't do anything. I was like, this is fucking lame. Fucking lame, Mayo. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I think now you can
Yep.
go to the three different creditor or three different credit places or whatever, and you can dispute things now online. I haven't
Yeah,
had to do it in a
online.
few.
Yeah, you could now you could do it online. Back then you couldn't or some shit. You had to
Yeah,
fucking
no,
it
nope.
sucked.
You had to go to a credit doctor or whatever they call them. You know, these credit counselors. Yeah, they would have to write
Oh,
the letters and put the stamp. And back in the old days.
it sucked. Anyways, but that's all I have for news, guys. That's all I have for news. That's enough of my credit journey issues.
All right. Hey, wrangling it back into video games, guys. Jesus, I think after Death Stranding 2, I'm thinking, like I'm always thinking about like, oh, Arc Raiders, it's the popular game or whatever. Everybody's playing it. I should be playing it, right? But I don't know. Maybe the extraction shooters are not for me, but I was thinking about picking up I noticed the premium editions on sale for Metal Gear Solid Snake. The remake or remaster or whatever you call it. So I'm thinking about
Okay,
picking that up for on PlayStation. So it's on PC, but I don't know.
nice.
See,
Do it.
yeah,
Or
I haven't
I'm gonna
played it.
wait. I think the next game I'm gonna get is Marathon. If it's good, I don't know. When the fuck is the beta? I don't even know.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of. No, I think the game releases in less than 30 days, so there's not going to be a beta. Well, there probably will be like an open
there
beta
is.
just out of the blue.
There is a
I'd say
beta,
the next.
Gunny.
What are they going to have it
the-
2 weeks before the game releases? Probably.
February 26th, like 6 days
Yeah.
before the game releases.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be more of that glorified demo, right? Which is good, right? Battlefield used to do it, so
Yeah.
why
Yeah, it
not
pretty
have
much is
Marathon
a
do it?
pretty much is a glorified demo because the game releases March 5th. So the beta ends 4 days before the game launches.
Yeah.
So it's a hype demo. It's people get people hooked. People want to play it. People want to keep playing it.
It looks
So-
like a cool shooter. I'll say that. So it does.
I'll give this.
It's looking a lot better.
The Bungie team knows how to make a good shooter. Like Destiny is a good shooter. Is it a shooter for me? No, because I hate the grind of it. I hate having to fucking loot and fucking the gear score. I hate all that. Maybe I'll hate this one too, but maybe I'll just give it a shot and get in it from the get go. I don't know.
What can go wrong? It's only like a $40 game, right? It's not a full price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be a good entry point for some.
All right. That's all I have, guys. That's all I have for video games and stuff. Sorry we've been gone for 3 weeks. Yeah, I just been really busy and
Schedule
couldn't get
crazy.
together.
Our work schedules have been crazy. Our scheduling's been crazy.
Oh shit, it
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, I had a nice 4-day weekend, guys. I even got tomorrow off. I'll be doing some more gaming.
Must be nice,
Jesus and I
Scotty.
don't think we haven't had 4 days off, and like I haven't had a day off this month. You know?
Yeah, no
I feel
shit.
like this is the
Gunny's
second
over here just
time this
enjoying-
month.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the second
Lucky
time they've
you,
had that.
Gunny.
So yeah.
Gunny over here having holidays off and shit. I'm over here fucking working mail too, motherfucker, Gunny. All right.
Hey,
Anyways,
it's got me back into.
whoa, what happened? You guys disconnect and come back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
really.
my connection went wonky or something.
Oh, I heard all that. It was just me and the Craig bot in here. What the fuck? Well, where can we find you, Gunny?
Go find me, guys. Playing over on PlayStation HGP_Gunny. Playing some Death Stranding 2. Hopefully some Metal Gear Solid Snake, and yeah, a lot of games over on Steam under gamertag Gunny Chief.
You can find me over there on Discord, hanging out, playing a little bit of everything all over the place on the PlayStation, on the PC. But just find me in Discord is the Mayo.
All right. And peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. We're out of here. Bye, everyone.